Hello. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. People are such assholes. We're back. That's okay, Amanda. It's not your fault. It is not your fault. I gave everybody back their link. Wendy, everybody, where are you? Wendy, Randy, B, Marla. When hippie Mandy, when Amanda was showing us how to screen share, we were in Hangouts and someone got to see the link, and they took the time to use that link to come in with fake accounts, and they could mess up your live stream, your Hangout, and you have to just keep ejecting them, and it was ridiculous. No, I did not see pictures of Katie that angry veteran tweeted. Oh my God, they're such childish little twits.
Yeah, so I didn't get a notification, so I was still waiting on y'all, but
Oh, okay. Well, no, I sent you the link because
yeah, I got it. I
okay,
got it,
good.
honey. Thank you. Sorry about that. That's absolutely
Well, no,
childish.
I mean immature, childish little behavior that only babies do. That's what babies do, not grown adults. So ridiculous.
Who has that much time? And I just don't understand. She's raising that little beautiful little angel girl. Like, don't you want to be a better role? I don't know. I don't even know her that well, but
Well, she was accusing me of doing things. She had her daughter right next to her, telling her mother, "Go, mom, go," and then
yeah, I
closing
heard
the home
that.
right.
That's not that little angel baby's mom, though. That's her son's mom. I
I
mean,
don't
her
know, and
son's,
and that's it. I don't know, and I don't care because I would
yeah.
never go after her children. But when she brought up,
Right, right. You're exactly right. I just know that she's responsible for a very young, impressionable little darling angel child.
right, okay, let me just answer this woman.
I
That
love you, hippie Mandy, you cute thing. So, yeah, as far as Mama Bear, I mean, it's just the same old wickedness, mean spiritedness. She keeps, I saw her she deletes all her streams, but she said something fell out of her Bible or something. She got a Goodwill that was telling her that to sit back and God will fight for you, which isn't that what I was saying that one night for like
yes,
hours?
yes,
Okay, well, she said, this must have just come to me for some reason. This was God talking to me. And then 20 minutes later, put on the full armor of God and fight. Don't take it. Don't take it. Stand up for yourself.
yeah. She's
I
really,
just can't. I just can't.
she's
You are
really getting
so gross.
annoying. She's getting so annoying.
You are so gross. And please, and Rebecca, I know that she's your mother, and I'm sure she's put you in a hard place, but at some point, you've got to be your own adult. And if my mother were doing that, I just don't know that I would be able to tolerate that. But I know it's a difficult situation that you're in. And first of all, my mother would never do any of that. Any of that. She has way more grace and class, and that's why she raised me to be a different person than you are. But my mother would never lay in a bed in your pajamas with dirty dishes in the sink and stream for 8 hours a day, bitching and complaining and whining and saying that you're being bullied and attacked and all this kind of bullshit when you're 60 years old. My mother would never do that.
No, I mean it's just ridiculous behavior. Where's Wendy? Where are you, Wendy?
Oh, is it just us?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Wendy.
Well, she might not have got I didn't get a notification, so I had to go in and just
But,
find your channel.
but it doesn't matter. She's got the link to Hangouts. I sent her the link to Hangouts.
Stiller says, Marla, damn us all to hell in that voice, please. I do find that people's voices kind of do match their personality. And she keeps saying I have this like,
Stephanie Green, that's up to you, honey. If you want to hop in your tanning bed before you come up,
oh, Stephanie, take me with you. I
if you
want to go to
want
the
to do the
tanning
tanning bed, go
bed.
ahead. Just come back
Princess
and let me know when you want
Fortunate.
to
I
come up.
love all you all.
Oh,
Gosh, you guys
okay,
are so
fantastic.
good. But if I didn't have you guys, it probably would maybe get to me and I would feel bad about myself or maybe like second guess. I don't know. I'm pretty strong, but I do appreciate you guys. And Stellar's made awesome videos. That whole comment about my weight and everything was so ridiculous. She says she doesn't lie. She flat out said I weighed 350 pounds. Okay, that's not a lie. And then you corrected it to 300. That's still a lie. What do you consider a lie, Mama Bear? I would like to know what you consider a lie because boy, you and Titi sure have a lot in common.
Marla, were you able to get the actual screenshot of her?
No,
No.
I still never saw that. I've been on here, so I don't know.
Well, because this woman is trying to send it to me, and
Oh, that's what they're trying to send you.
she
Well, I
doesn't.
know she was trying to share my phone number or trying to share the
Well,
fact
she
that I
did.
called, which I've already said that I called her. I said that. Like, that's not
Well,
tea to
okay.
spill.
All right. Let me.
But and
Oh,
there must have been another stream or something, or maybe later that time, because I only saw that little brief part.
He said,
But
fat girl getting fat girl feed. We'll be back. Yeah, she ran to Taco Bell. She'll be back in a minute, y'all.
Ooh, I want Taco Bell.
I did too. I got a stupid salad. I'm so mad at myself for gaining weight. And then I'm so mad at myself for not being satisfied with myself enough to not constantly diet.
honey,
Anyway,
you gotta deal with it. So B went to go get Taco Bell. Well, it's only what? Is it 8 or 9 where you all are?
it's 9:23 where we are.
it's
Okay.
10. We're Eastern time, so they're an hour earlier.
Really?
Well, and I just think it's you have a extra protection and an extra responsibility when you preach the word of God. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
that's the double-edged sword.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't be preaching the word of God, and then
Yeah, you will get extra blessings, you will get extra protection, but you also get judged more harshly, not by us, but by God. You are perverting the word of God. And
That is
those
in the
few
Bible.
people, that is awful what you are doing. You are what was somebody's cherry picking verses that apply and make you justified. And your response is, how dare she judge me? She went to prison. That is your excuse. Honey, I paid for what I did with blood, sweat, tears in my life. It was awful, awful. It's the closest thing on hell you can get to is prison. So I paid for that. I'm moving on and making my life better. Well, you say every night, you say your prayers and ask God to forgive you, but you get up and do the same damn thing. Now,
Right.
if I were to get up and do the same damn thing I did that I got punished for, you have every single right under the sun to judge me. I am not. I have changed. I'm reformed. I'm different. You are not. You can't ask forgiveness and then get up and act the same way, except maybe even worse every single day. Both of your children are despicable, or now I'm talking like her. Both of your children are telling you, stop. I don't understand you. I don't understand you. You're not making life any better for yourself or your daughter. You're thinking only of yourself. Rebecca's not even wanted in chats anymore because she had to stick up for your sorry self. You've lost Randy. You lost me, which I wasn't even that great of a friend, but I was there, called you, and I listened to you. You didn't ask me shit about myself. Said you had to swallow big horse pills, and I said, yeah, I have to take those pills too. no, those one-sided conversations, you all know, you have them where it's all about the other person. It's all about what they go through. Your whatever circumstance is way less important than what they go through. And I listen, I've been in lots of circumstances, so I can tolerate that. And I really was really genuinely trying to help you.
Hey, Dr. Koala.
And then she said I cried fake tears. Oh my God.
Well, the thing, Mama Bear did ask things, about me. She did. We had what I thought was a good relationship. Y'all will never know and understand how bad I hate that this has happened. I think, and this is just my opinion, that jealousy overtook, and I understand the jealousy. That's what I think.
Yeah. You said I would be jealous if I was in her position.
But I wouldn't let it overtake me because it's not worth it. There's no amount of money worth losing friendships over, worth losing respect over. I wouldn't want, it's hard to me. It's heartbreaking. And she let it get the best of her. I do think that I know that there's going to
Kimberly, she said it was fake. Well, and Randy, I think also you were friends during a period of time that she wasn't on the spot. There wasn't a lot of drama going on. So you probably were able to have a discourse back and forth.
Yeah. And we kind of had a mutual, because at that time we were being kind of dragged by the same people, and it
but then she went right back there begging for money. Would you ever go on their panel asking for money? I'm asking you.
I just can't take.
Thank you, call me Donna. No.
Doesn't matter what. I mean, I'd knock my own teeth out before I ask for money from them.
It's sad because I have seen the good in her, but I've now seen the vicious, and I don't want to. I won't bash her, and I'm hoping and praying that she doesn't just come out and bash me. I know that she's hurt. I can see it in her eyes, and I do miss the old one.
You see hurt in her eyes. I see evil in her eyes. I mean, I hate to say that because I did try to see love in her eyes, but she has got this viciousness in her. And Randy, she is bashing you because after even you all made up, and I guess you made peace after that night, and she said that Randy and her and little Rosie, they were all friends again. Well, then you went on her chat that night when she was having church.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess you finally figured out that she was still being an asshole. So you kind of backed away. Well, she tried to make it sound like it was because of your panel that your friendship ended when she already said that you made up after it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know that she had mentioned me, but.
Oh, yeah. She said, I thought Randy was my friend, but what kind of friend doesn't stick up for me when there's 7 women coming against me? So she made it sound like it was because of that panel was why your friendship ended, but she had already said you, little B, had already made up. All 3 of you were cool and kind, and you were back on her panner and having Bible study. That was when Yaba was in there and everything. And then she just went right on bashing little B. And then I think I had texted you about what she was saying about me, and other people probably did. And so you were like, no. I don't know if you did you have another conversation with her after that?
No.
So how does she know you're not friends?
Because she probably watched my stream where I said, I can't be on somebody. I was with little Rosie. And I said, I can't be
that string.
I can't be on someone's team that will call little Rosie a con.
Yeah. And to not even call you and to say, oh, so our friendship's so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, she didn't call me. No, not at all. Because I went to church that night, went in her church, and when I went to sleep, listen, everything was okay. As far in my eyes, I think all hell broke loose when I went to sleep. I don't know.
But it didn't,
I had
Randy. You just did denial. All hell had been breaking loose for a while, and you just didn't see it.
no. I'm talking about no. Listen, what I'm saying is we went on your panel. Remember, we was on your panel.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what I
then
was
she
talking
made a
about.
video the next day saying that I was lying.
Well, what from what I thought when after we got off your panel, it was me, little Rosie. That was a rough night. I left that night, but I was very hurt. But she apologized to little Rosie, and little Rosie apologized. And even though I had told little Rosie on the phone, I said, "You really have nothing to apologize
I
for."
know she didn't.
But she said, "If I've done something in her mind, then I'm going to apologize." So I went to
God
bed that
bless
night
her.
thinking,
God bless her. Why
"Yeah,
am I echoing?
no."
Okay, I'm echoing in my own head, but that's okay. But I mean, little Rosie, with the grace of a saint, I mean, she could learn something from her. But,
Well,
you
yeah,
know, she wakes
but
up meaner than she was the day before.
and it wasn't that it's not that I'm in denial. It's that I thought, you know what, I will not. I didn't like what I did that day as far as having a panel bashing. So what I
But it
thought,
was
okay,
important, Randy. It was.
Marla,
I thought, okay, I'm sorry, Diane.
Yeah, I'm echoing. I don't know why.
uh,
What are you going to ask me, sweetie?
what is the area code of the number?
919.
What?
919.
Well, then this woman is sending me something. I have no idea what it is.
Okay, I think I'm
I'm just getting frustrated. Someone who's echoing.
let me see if I can fix it.
Attack me on a paper. I guess you meant Panner. Well, she didn't have to come on there. Now listen,
Okay.
other people was up there first, and she asked for a link. So that's my beef. With about that. If
Am I still echoing? Yeah, I am. I'm going to drop out and come back in.
okay. So, I hate that she's still talking about me. I hate that any of it, I hate it. She did not have to come up there. It probably would have ended a lot sooner had she not came up there. No, well, Melissa, you wasn't. And I did feel guilty. I got to say this, Melissa, because I felt bad that at one time I felt bad for not standing up for her because my heart, I loved her. I love her. I do. I just, you know what? Sometimes you have to love somebody from a distance. That's all I can say.
But have you ever witnessed somebody being that cruel and ridiculous and lying?
I have witnessed it before, and
I've not. I've never seen that in somebody except for Trisha.
you're lucky. Because
Yeah,
it's
I
all
guess I
over the
am
world.
because I'm just shocked.
Yeah.
So where
No.
does that come from?
I don't know. I think honestly that comes from. I think the only reason that I can give is jealousy. Yes, I know, Melissa. I understand getting that mad, that built up, and you finally get a chance to say what you've been wanting to say. I understand.
Well, how do you fix it? Let's focus on that. Do you have any idea?
No.
I mean, not fix her because I don't think she's fixable. Even when I was talking to her on the phone, if I would suggest something in a gentle way that, oh no, I don't think that he would ever, hijack your string. And well, that's how she responded.
I don't. You know how when we'll use addiction as just a small example. When you're using, everybody can tell you're using
100%.
but you're like, no, I'm good.
Okay, but we all know what it takes to get an addict out of denial. Like it does, sometimes it takes a team, sometimes it takes getting arrested, sometimes it takes go to rehab. What would it take for her?
I don't know. I don't know because I see I see that as a toxic environment. And I think that if you have somebody cheering you on, I'm not.
And even if it's one person, she's
Yeah.
just like Trisha. She's going to be like, oh, somebody's here to see me.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it is so dangerous to preach the word of God and then say, okay, that's not what I'm doing anymore. Now we're going to gossip and talk shit. That is so dangerous.
Yeah. And as Tallulah says, I love that name. And everybody always says, Randy always says that, but I do.
I do love Tallulah. That's a great name.
We can say don't watch her all, and I think that would absolutely
No,
work.
I don't even think she cares. There could be one viewer in there.
But
I don't think that she's based on views. She's just, I don't think anything is going to stop her except I know Rebecca will be stopped because she doesn't want to be ousted. This is her social life. And I guess to a large extent, this is Mama Bear's because this is all she is doing. This is literally all she is doing. She is live streaming minimum of 5 hours a day up to 8 or 9 hours a day. And then that's just her live streaming. Then she's on channels watching every dang video. Doesn't that just sound like somebody else we know? Laying in the bed, just consuming this like it's nourishment.
I think, well, and Stellar, here's what, okay, I'm no doctor. I play one on YouTube. But
I do too, Stellar. I agree.
I think, honestly, Mama Bear used to actually go out and work and be a go-getter. And then this happened and she's disabled. And she is in pain and she does hurt. And that's something that I do know.
So am I, freaking I. So I don't act like that.
Hold on. Hold on. What I'm saying is I think that she needs to go to the doctor. Yes, Radar, I do think that. Because I do think that she is severely depressed. And when you're depressed, because I live in a depressed state, honestly, but I take my medicine, thank God for Prozac. I think that if she could admit to herself that she needs help.
That is no excuse for being cruel. I'm depressed too. I'm only 40 years old. She's 60 and I've lost my life because of a disability and I can't work and I used to work my ass off. But you know what? I come onto YouTube and find friends and happiness. I don't go and attack people.
They don't. No, I'm
Why
not.
does she have this attack nature? I think this has been a part of her narrative for a very, very long time. Otherwise, she would have more personal friends than she does.
Without going into her background, Mama Bear was raised fight or flight, and she did not have a great upbringing, and I think that reflects on her adulthood. That's I don't want to. I'll never tell things she told me personally, but and I'm not making an excuse. I can give you the reason that I think. And I don't talk to her. I haven't spoke a word to her. And I don't mean to defend. But I do think that she's got, I'm depressed and an asshole, not sure what came first. Shake my head, Mills. Exactly. And I think that some days, I don't know. Do you ever, you probably don't, Marla, because you're so sweet, but I have days where I know I cannot get on YouTube because I will be ugly to somebody because I'm just a bitch that day. And
I probably should think that and don't, but maybe I'm not quite that wise yet. I'm still a little, like a little tiny bit younger than you, and I'm just not that wise yet.
Well, and listen, I don't always take that advice, but anytime I've ever been in a petty or a pissed off frame of mind, it's never
And
ended
she
well.
does it every single day for hours.
Because she's obviously not, I don't think that she's given herself time to get over the pain, get over the hurt, get over the resentment.
And
Because
that's the only thing I've told her, and I told Jamie,
I love you, Tilly.
get off of YouTube.
You
It's
have to.
obviously harming you too much. You're not getting anything from it as far as income or anything. Get off, go force yourself to do something different. If you didn't have YouTube, what would you do? And if this is causing that much harm in your life, and I see her, she's at like a 10 every day, like for hours. That cannot be good for your heart, blood pressure, psyche,
No.
emotional status of your dog, plants, or child. That just is not healthy.
Well, I honestly think, well, no, I don't. I know I was raised. However you start your day, that's how your day is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And we also, I learned in the program, we can start our day over at any time. We can do that, but people choose not to. And she did have some head trauma as a child, by the way. She told me that. But I think when you wake up with resentment and you pop on YouTube and you start watching where you think somebody maybe you think somebody got a lot of money on a super chat, or you see these things and
she's attacked people who have been kind to her. I mean, you just can't. There's something missing. You are not supposed to be on YouTube if your brain is acting at that level. So we we have to understand that her brain is not functioning at full capacity, or something is missing, because that is not a normal way to respond. You don't look at your friends with jealousy and hate.
right,
And
Debbie, right.
that's mean.
Debbie's right. Until she sits down and evaluates.
She's never going to do that, though.
No, she's not. But Mama Bear, if you're watching this is what, whenever I started doing step 1, I had to sit down and write down, and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote, and it hurt.
Yeah. And then you have to go in all the way to step 11, rectifying all the wrongs that you've done and who you've hurt.
You have to step back and look at who have you hurt? What have I done? What have I said? What could I have said differently? Until you realize and own. I know people hate it when people say that. You got to own your shit.
No, there's nothing wrong with saying that.
Until she owns her shit, she can't fix her shit. And I'm here to tell y'all, I can't fix it. I would love to. I would love for her to listen to me.
Well, she would love a friend. She would love a friend. But I would think after 60 years and the fact that you can't keep a friend, it's pretty clear, Mama Bear, the issue is yours. Same thing with Trisha. You are Trisha's grandmother. And she always blamed, she said the same things you did. And that people were attacking her and she was just defending herself and all that. You would have been such a welcome, lovely member of this community. We would have adored you and just lavished you with gifts and money had you been the kind, grandmotherly, loving person instead of this vindictive, mean, cruel-spirited liar that you are. You would have been so loved. We've loved your daughter.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Right. You got to be careful with that, Duchess. You cannot, listen, you went, and God said, when you teach the word, you will be judged harsher if you.
Yes, you will. And she is using it to her advantage, not using it for love, kindness, and evangelism in my perspective. I mean, she does do the sinner's prayer at the end of her church, but after you listen to that sermon that she gave, how many sinners are going to want to, unless it was just truly an act of God, which is a beautiful thing. I'm not going to deny that, and I'm proud of if anybody has turned their life over to God because of her. That is a blessing, but you are most often using the word of God to defend your actions.
Yes. Diane, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just not saying anything because I'm in a bad mood. And if I say something, it's going to come
Yeah, I
across.
like Diane in a bad mood. She's a
Where's
great
Wendy?
person in a bad mood. Well, I think that's all I got to say. I mean, it's the things that the rejoice she sees on her face. It just is so reminiscent of somebody else when I got some tea. Oh, I got some tea. Oh, by the way, did little Rosie ever have another GoFundMe? Another GoFund? Oh, I bet you don't know, but I do. Yep, you sure do. Mama Bear Grylls back. And Mama Bear Grylls back. I mean, the vicious, vindictive, spiteful, and she can say, "Oh well, I got into my worldly self and I repented, so don't you judge me." You get up and do it the same, if not worse, than the day before. I will judge you.
Stephanie, are you here?
Where
I'm
did-
here.
Oh,
Where did
okay.
Wendy go?
Hi,
Hello.
beautiful.
Hi.
How are you?
Is
Good,
that
how are you?
Stephanie, you sweet
Oh, there she
thing?
is.
How are you?
Owen, where you been?
Hey
Wendy,
guys,
I
I'm
sent you
sorry.
a DM.
Okay, I had to take care of something real quick.
Oh, okay. Hi, Stephanie.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, sleepy?
Wait, why was Lori timed out? I think Lori might have just been kidding.
Hey, she
Has
just complimented me.
Lori, I'm
Thank you, Lottie.
gonna unhide you. I think she might have just been kidding, Kiki, because we were talking about that last weekend. But but watch it. I mean, obviously, if she does something, you can boot her if you need to.
Are you okay, Steph?
Me?
Yeah.
Me stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just listening.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm good.
so tired too.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think we should move on from Mama
Okay,
Bear because I'm really I wasn't talking because I can't take any excuses for her behavior. I don't care if she's depressed. I don't care if she's an alcoholic. I don't care what she is because my sister was, and she never acted the way she does. Okay, so I can't talk on it anymore. All right.
I'm sorry, Diane. I wasn't trying to make excuses. I'm sorry.
No, I was fine
Well,
with what you were saying. I personally can't talk about her anymore because
no, that's why I wanted you in here, Randy, because I wanted to make sure what I was saying was fair, that she felt somewhat represented.
no, I just can't, hear anymore. Well, I don't know. Maybe it did say, I don't know. Maybe it did sound like excuses to me, but I just
I'm
can't.
sorry.
No, don't be sorry. You have every right to say what you want to say. I just can't anymore because I can't living with having a sister who was very sick, very depressed, confined to her house, wouldn't leave her house for years and years. I never heard my sister once be evil to anyone. So if
Yeah.
anyone witnessed a depressed woman
Right.
out of her mind depressed who probably didn't want to get up the next morning,
God bless her.
that is my sister, and I can't take any excuses. None.
I
And
think-
nothing's gonna change. She's gonna keep doing the same stuff. She's never gonna change.
I think she might be addicted to the drama, somebody else said, which I never
I do
even
too.
thought of. I
do
think
too.
this is like a little real life soap opera for her in her boring world to give her a little bit of excitement. And I also think that she is just a bitter, jaded woman that is taking all her hurt from her 60 years of life and spewing it on YouTube people because she's not had a proper upbringing and a way to deal with her past hurts and all the other things. So that's my opinion.
Yeah.
She has nobody else to communicate with but her daughter.
It's just Randy, right? She's super nice. She likes to see the good in everybody.
Oh, and that's why I love
And
Randy.
she lost a great friend. She lost a
She
great.
did.
Randy gave her every freaking benefit under the sun until she said that Randy was taking money from her.
Right.
I mean, who can continue being friends with that?
I
Yeah,
really
that
didn't
She
know.
lost the best friend she'll ever have, probably.
That was ridiculous. Calling her
Yeah,
a two-faced.
she said it was two-faced that you got those super chats.
It's ridiculous.
See, I didn't know that. And that really, that really hurts my feelings. That it really does. I
Well,
wondered why I was getting so many messages. You better not give Mama Bear that money. And I actually did go. I donated to GoFund, and I donated not much to their PayPal, and I never even got a thank you.
Yeah.
Unless I didn't hear it.
No. And then she says she went on stupid shit to thank two people.
Right.
So you think that we're believing your shit. You are so, and you think, oh, that one stream you just happened to not be able to upload. Oh, it was my computer. Nobody is believing your lies.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before we got, interrupted the last time, is that this is new for me to see this side of her where it's actual shadiness, lies, behavior
It's
that I
like
didn't,
it's the difference between second-degree murder and first-degree murder. I mean, I'm not saying she murdered anybody, but when it's premeditated, when you're actually putting thought into it.
she's not just this eccentric, old lady.
You're not
She's,
just
with
responding
quirkies.
off the fly. You're
Right.
actually putting thought into this malfeasance.
Actual evil behavior where, plotting and,
There's no place for
like
you.
it.
Please don't call yourself part of this community. Please, if you just do one thing, don't ever say. And
she's not part of this community. She has said she doesn't like us multiple times.
Please don't ever say you're part of this community.
But our money's good enough for her.
Telfer, the same thing. You're not a part of this community. Please do not ever say you're part of this community. You're not. You're not. If we had a Christmas party, not invited.
She's not invited.
Right.
The Christmas list for Christmas card, you're not on the list.
No.
You're not on the Christmas card list.
I'm having a dinner party, not invited.
You said
Party,
something today
not
about how
invited.
she's earned her street cred. She's earned her spot here.
Oh my God.
No, she hasn't. Not when you talk about it that way. No.
Hi,
Stephanie,
baby.
I love
Our money
hearing
was
your
good enough for
voice,
her,
and
but she hates all the rest of us.
Wait, Stephanie Green. Who
Yes.
said they earned their street cred?
Sam.
Sam said today she.
Oh, I
earned
thought
her
you were talking about
street
Mama Bear.
cred. No.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were talking about Sam.
Yeah, she said she's earned her spot here. I don't know what she was going on about, but it was ridiculous. She's earned something, all right, but it ain't street cred. I can't see the chat, by the way, because I'm on my phone, and my children won't let me use their phone to look at the chat.
Oh,
Stinkers.
Well,
Close out the Hangouts and open up
Hi,
YouTube.
Bee's back.
What is it?
let me just
Hit your home button.
Okay.
Kim Lee has a woman
Open up
crush on you.
YouTube
Oh my gosh!
and pull up the chat.
Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
You
Yeah.
just have to mute YouTube when you get on there. Like,
Yeah, give me
turn on
one
your
second
volume
till
or
I
whatever.
get my shoes.
No, you muted Hangouts.
I think sometimes that's what happens when I pull up YouTube on my phone when I'm on Hangouts. It mutes my Hangouts. So I can't always do it. I used to be able to do it for whatever reason. Maybe there's some update or whatever.
Did I
And now I
drop
can't
out?
do it.
No,
You just muted.
Little Rosie, you
Can't
apply
do it.
for your street cred right here. You got it. You win.
You're in forever.
You're
Little
on,
Rosie.
Stephanie.
I know, but I had to go back into Hangouts to get on.
Yeah, it muted you for some reason.
Mr. Boot.
I'm gonna try it again.
Mr. Food.
Oh my
I
God.
want to make Fancy Pants laugh.
Oh my gosh, Amanda, I did not know you could even do that.
Yeah, there you go. You're not
Did it work?
That is so freaking cool.
There you go, girly. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Hey. Oh, you okay? Well, her picture's there.
Is she muted?
You
Does
muted?
Stephanie's here. She's not muted. B's muted.
You can hear me, you just can't see me.
Well,
No,
you're
we can't see you. You're good. You're
Turn
good,
your
honey.
Camera
You're
off.
perfect.
So you see your icon, but you're still in here.
yeah.
Okay, it's just not my picture. So I don't like have to hold the phone in front of me and make sure
Nope.
I'm looking
Nope. It's your
stupid.
picture,
All right, good deal. Thanks.
Yeah.
Mr. Boot.
Hi, Yabba.
Well, Mr. Boot, if I thought for a second that was capable, that you were capable of that, I would be shaking in my boots. But I know that that's not true.
Okay, so
Okay. Everybody, this is for Diane.
what?
Kit Kat, are you okay, honey? What's the matter, darling?
Diane,
Hey, mermaid.
Yes, Randy.
a ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here."
You need waters, don't you?
Wait, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear the whole thing. Say it again.
That sucked, Randall.
I don't get it, Randy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Try again.
A ham sandwich.
I didn't get it.
Ham sandwich walks into a bar and orders a beer. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve food here."
Oh, because he's a sandwich and they're serving him.
I'll serve him the food.
Got it. Got it.
Laugh. Fancy laugh.
Get it? How come I didn't get it?
Do you get
I
it
didn't
now?
get it.
Oh,
I don't get it.
Because the ham sandwich is asking to be served, and the bartender says we don't serve food.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Diane,
I didn't get it right away.
I
okay,
didn't either.
calm down, panel. Calm down. What do you call an alligator detective?
I don't know.
An investigator.
Oh,
Okay. That guy.
Okay, these are the jokes that my 8-year-old granddaughter tells.
For
Come on,
real.
come up with something.
I am a comedian.
I love it.
One more, and I'll give up.
Okay.
Why did the scarecrow win an award?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh my lord.
Oh, geez. That's a good one. I like that one. That one's okay.
Oh God.
Did you smile, Diane?
I'm okay, but I just don't want to talk about Mama Bear anymore tonight.
Me
That's why I
either.
We're done. We're done.
I changed the subject, told jokes.
Okay.
They hurt me right in my feelers. People throwing tomatoes. Oh,
Tomatoes.
I'm throwing cucumbers.
I do have to. Okay, I just thought of what I was going to drink, and I was thinking this is the last thing I'm going to say about Mama Bear because I was trying to remember a conversation.
All right, close your ears, Diane.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's real quick. It's real
Okay,
quick. So
go
a little
ahead.
rosy, but okay. This was when we were friends. This was my second of the 2 phone calls that she's citing. When I was outside of my gym on the bench talking to her, and she was talking about little Rosie, and that seems suspicious, and that doesn't seem right. She knows that Medicaid pays for those prescriptions. I said, this is the deal. They would pay for those prescriptions, except for she used up all her benefits for 2017. And she has to wait until her benefits renew. So she is in a holding period where she gets no benefits. Okay, I explained this clear as freaking day. And you still hear her saying, I know they'll pay for her medicine. That's not true. It's like one ear out the other. Total.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Evil, honey. She's evil. And that's the only word that I can use anymore.
Or
Evil. And then, I'm sorry, but then I saw the daughter do it back up in the same thing, doing the same kind of thing that she was doing the other day when she got called out.
And Rosie, if I don't
Chit-chatting.
even watch that many of Rosie's videos, and I can get that freaking concept.
Yeah.
If you got this 4-year degree, my God, at least you should understand basic
She has an
English.
associate's degree. That's a 2-year
Okay, we're
degree.
not even going to go into that, but she thinks I'm lying. She thinks
Well,
she's
she
a
could
master
read
of-
it. It says associates on it. I didn't even have to research that. I know that. I went to college. That's how I know that.
But listen,
I have
She
my
doesn't
degrees.
want to hear anything
No.
contrary to what she believes. So you can kind of put the pieces together as to why she's lived the life she has and why
we
so
do
many
go
people have come against her.
an associate's
And it's
degree.
not Satan. It's not because you've been a warrior for Christ. It's because you've been
Yeah.
an asshole.
Because you're an asshole. That's why.
Okay, but when we can say she's an asshole, okay. But listen, they don't just hand out associate's degrees. You got to
No,
earn
but
it.
it is a 2-year degree, not a 4.
Did what?
It is a 2-year degree, not a 4-year degree. Why would somebody go to college for 4 years to get an associate's degree when they could get a bachelor's?
Because Marla, sometimes you have to take remedial classes. Okay.
Well, she said she worked her butt off and that she did, whatever. It was combined. It was condensed down to 2 years. And what I have to say to you is, Miss Mama Bear, you need to get your money back because you were scammed. That is not true. You did not get a 4-year degree. You have a 2-year degree, and that's what it says.
If it took her 4 years to get a 2-year degree, that's a totally different thing than saying you got a 4-year degree in 2 years. They're two
Correct.
different things.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
Correct. Exactly. So, and people do sometimes take more than
Right. And remedial classes is a beautiful
do.
thing. That is
Do
a
I
awesome.
sound
I would respect that
like I'm a
more than the other.
Yes.
I really would. I would
Yes.
respect that more.
Yes, and I'm not even poo-pooing her associate's degree. That's awesome that she got that. But stop calling it the equivalent of a 4-year degree because those of us that did get
and
those degrees worked
Well,
hard.
yeah, and exactly. And the only reason anybody mentioned that was twofold. One, why did you have to work such shit jobs, temporary all the time, having 3-4 jobs at a time if you did work so hard for an associate's in social work and
Yeah.
you said you got laid off? Okay, well, there's more than one, agency that you can work for. And 2, why do you speak and write the way you do and sound like English is your second language? I'm just curious.
Anyway,
Okay, we're done. Move on.
we're done. We need to
I
be done.
have-
Diane's ready to be done.
I have a question.
I am so ready.
I have a question for Diane.
Yes.
Do you never turn your camera on because you like to stream naked?
That's what I believe. I believe she's naked.
That's the rumor.
She's at least in her bikini.
Well, actually, let me tell you a funny little story. And this is not meant to, sound, crude or anything. But when I used to be on,
Oh, we know you're not prude. You like anal sex. You already said that. Sorry, too far advanced. No, we're not. That's after 12 p.m.
when I'm at home, I don't wear pants or anything. Like I'll just be in a shirt and my
Nothing?
underwear.
Tell me.
Oh, that's
So
very
here's the thing.
sexy.
So here's the thing. I just
Show me.
I never
Shut up and show me fancy pants.
So I never like wearing anything. Even in the wintertime, the only thing that I might put on are my little, fuzzy socks so that my feet are warm. But
Panties and fuzzy socks.
And now we know why her husband lets her do whatever she
Exactly.
wants.
Diane's a hoe.
You don't come to bed till 3 or 4 a.m. I'm okay.
Diane's the hoe of the house.
Oh, the house.
Fancy no pants.
I love it, Big Mama. That was awesome.
I happen to know that B is naked right now
Ooh.
because she just sent me a screenshot.
Oh, damn.
B, we want to see you in nothing but your habit hat. And
Yes,
just,
habit
you know,
only.
Holding your pig.
Did you
holding your pig. Oh my God.
picture? Because that's exactly what she's wearing is that habit holding Jim.
I hold pig.
See?
That's right.
I knew it.
Jimmy Bean.
Y'all have to know we don't
Hi,
call
Sarah.
Jimmy Dean. We call him Jimma Bean.
Yes.
And we
That's
say
what your little grandbaby called him.
He's
That's
so
we always
cute.
say in that tone though. We don't say it like the grandbaby says it. We say Jimma Bean.
That's right.
It's so cute.
Jimma Bean with a B?
Yeah, that's what the baby called. The 2.5-year-old calls it.
Oh, how
She can't.
cute.
She don't say Jimmy Dean. She says Jimma Bean, but she don't say it like that. She'll say, "Where's Jimma Bean? Where's Jimma Bean?"
How cute. That's his name forever now. That's
So
it.
that's- all of my animals have at least 10 names. So
That's so cute. I
That's
love
awesome.
the vet was going to charge you $5,000 to operate on his Achilles. When we could have
$5,000.
just made him into meatloaf and be done with it.
Wow.
He is, and he's not even hardly limping anymore. That's what's so crazy. The medicine they put him on
Okay, wow.
is I've got to go get some more tomorrow, but it's like an anti-inflammatory steroid and pain medicine all in one. They compounded it with honey so that he would take it. Is that not crazy?
Aw, they don't even do that for me.
Isn't that the truth? But he
Let me
takes it
tell you.
right down. He loves it.
Before I have to get off here and go to sleep because I have a pathetic life and have to work tomorrow.
You got to go get your feet licked tomorrow.
No licking to help. Let her know what's up.
Yesterday, all right. Did y'all? I don't think the picture posted to Twitter of my dog with his cone of shame.
I saw it. I saw it
didn't
on
see it.
Facebook.
I didn't see that. No,
I
I
saw it on
didn't see
Facebook.
Yeah, you saw it on Facebook. He went and he got himself. Well, we got him fixed yesterday, day before yesterday, and he had to spend the night at the vet. Worried myself sick all night long because, poor Buck was at the vet, and he has to wear so he doesn't rip his stitches out or whatever. The cone of shame.
Yes.
So he's walking around the house in the cone of shame. He broke a window out today
Oh my God.
wearing the cone of shame
Oh my
What in the
God.
world?
Ah.
down the road to try to dry hump some female dog because he don't even have his nads anymore.
Oh my gosh. How old is he?
A year and a half. I'm humiliated.
Yeah, you got to get them while they're young. You
Boy
got to
cannot
know.
behave.
Then I'm on the phone with Yabba. Poor Yabba had to listen to me cuss for 15 minutes about jutting, mowing the yard. Listen, y'all, we're white trash. Our lawnmower is
Who's
3
Jutton?
mowers in
What's
one.
Jutton? Is that a
That's a person.
That's her neighbor. That's her neighbor.
It's her evil next door neighbor that makes her life living hell.
okay? It's her neighbor. Okay, got it. I didn't know. Like I'm trying
I
to
thought it was the dog.
trying to get
Is
the
it,
player.
yeah, isn't he blind or deaf or dumb or all three?
All
Jutton,
three.
Jutton, he's definitely, but he's not mute for sure. Well, I have had to put up with Jutton since kindergarten. Now he's my neighbor. I get home. We've got one half of a lawnmower flipped upside down in the yard. Well, no, it's standing up like this. We've got 3 lawnmowers put together, and we'll mow a little bit, work on the lawnmower, mow a little bit, work on the lawnmower.
my.
And Jutton is using a $10,000 lawnmower, sitting over there just going at it. I told Yabba, I said, if I had a BB, I'd shoot him in the head with it right now.
Oh my God.
Just to knock him off his mower for a little bit.
Pop a tire instead or something.
Mama says my BFF is live.
Yeah, Mama Bear went live, but not about anything. She's talking about God.
Good.
Well, just give her about 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, but fuck's sake, Randall. I guess I should have told that part. I wouldn't kill him or anything, but a tink to the who hadn't been shot with a
Tink.
BB.
I haven't, Randy.
I've never been.
Shot by a baby.
No.
I wasn't raised right.
Yeah, I wasn't raised right.
I wasn't raised right, apparently.
I was an only child.
No one to shoot you.
Her
Judge
mom
will-
or daddy would have had to been shooting her.
Right?
There's laws against that.
Yabba says, God, my ass. Oh, my God.
Jojo shot me. I've been shot probably 3 times with a BB gun and at least 10 times with
Randy, don't share that. Don't share that.
Randy.
We're
That's
gonna
true.
all say that's what's wrong with you.
My oldest shot my youngest with a BB gun in the foot once.
That's gotta
Dear
hurt.
Lord, dear
That's gotta
Lord.
I never had a BB gun.
No, didn't.
Am I a parking?
Water guns. I'm a fan of water guns.
Paintball guns.
Yep, I had a water gun.
Am I a parking ticket? What's the rest of it?
She can be really embarrassing sometimes.
That's Lainey Bobini. That's what I was thinking.
You know what? I tell you, I miss your daughter so much. When you all did your first precious little live streams, there was maybe about 4 of them with you and Timber. She was such a highlight because she was like, Mom, like she had the most sarcastic, straight, smart ass face. And we miss her so much.
She does have the smartest face. I love it. She said, "Are you a parking ticket because you got fine written all over you?" Woo!
Oh, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one.
I haven't heard that one. I like that. I miss, but let me tell you, the sad part is Timber turned 18. You know, she's in love. She's got this.
She's still with her
job.
handsome, fine boyfriend.
Yes. So I miss those morning drives. We used to, even when we didn't vlog, we used to talk about everything. And the other night, I'll tell y'all this. She goes to extra meetings, and
She's such a good girl.
Thank God. And I was in bed, and she came in my room, and she said, "What you doing?" Flipped on my light, and I said, "Sleeping." She said, "Guess who had coffee with sugar? Your girl."
No,
Aww.
that's
I had to
sweet.
shut up and talk.
She's just got she's beautiful, so she's pretty to look at, and she's got a great personality, great wisdom, great sense of humor. We love some Timber.
Yeah.
Aw.
Pretty awesome. Most of the time, now she can be. She can, you know, she's normal. She's normal. She can be a butthole.
Well, we love her. Tell her we love her and miss her. If she ever wants to come on, like just a headshot, you know, we'd love to have her.
Was I on the phone with you last night, Diane, when I said I gotta go? Timber's Jeep caught on fire.
Yep, you
Oh
were.
my gosh, is she
Her
okay?
What? Caught on
Oh
fire?
my gosh.
Her Jeep, it had a gas leak or something.
Oh my
good
lord!
That's life in the country, y'all.
I know, right? Nobody's freaked out by this.
They just shot it with a BB gun.
I know, right?
And then licked
You had
it.
a gas leak or
They
something.
licked it. They were fine. That's how we do stuff out there.
Yeah, I didn't even panic. I said, Diane, I gotta go. Timber's Jeep's on fire.
I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah, but she's way too cool for us. Way too cool.
Pee on it, Vintage said.
Yeah, she really don't. She thinks that I'm so lame for being on YouTube and putting my life out there. Well, you know, it took just a couple of trials. She's like, I don't need that in my life.
She's done.
Yeah.
I know these younger people, they must get schooled in it because they, you know, that's how Trisha's daughter was. You know, so and just wise and like just don't.
Yeah, my
They must
kids.
have like a little class or something. Like here's social media and here's how you deal with it. You know, stuff we didn't grow up with, so we're ignorant.
I have no idea why my boys don't care about it. Neither one of them are.
I swear they must.
Just don't care.
It's like after sex ed, there's like YouTube ed.
There must be, right? And it was like, you know, abstinence or what? Like, why don't they do it? The abstinence program.
That's
Have
awesome.
sex if you stay off of YouTube. It's
Right.
one or the other.
Only
it's
safe.
one or the other.
I think she just pulled up. I can't wait for her. Hey, did you see my mic?
Yeah.
I can't wait for Timber to see it. I feel so fancy. I feel so fancy.
Well, Randy, I don't think you're really using it. We just now heard it.
You gotta maybe put it a little more in front of you.
I think you have
I think
to.
she
like,
sounds
speak
better than she
into
normally
it.
does.
Hello.
There
Do
you
you
go.
guys remember who else?
That's some ASMR stuff right there.
Do you guys remember who else used to whisper in their snowball?
Yes.
Yes.
we do.
collective groan.
I think
Have fun.
I
Have
think hers
fun.
was an off-brand Snowball.
I think it came from Finger Hut. So
I think she
Mom.
did.
Mine isn't because Yabba bought it for me.
Yeah, but you're so sweet, Yabba.
Don't
Yabba.
tell
I'm
anyone.
the only person that calls her Yabba.
What do I
I
call her?
know.
I call her
Everybody
Yabba.
says Yabba. Yabba.
Yabba.
It's like
I
So
yabba dabba doo.
I say Yabba.
I say yabba.
Yeah, but
I'm
What do I say?
sophisticated. I say Yabba.
I think I say Yabba mostly.
No, you said Yabba.
Do I say Yabba? Well, because she corrected me, so I try to watch it and I try to say it correctly.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Yabba.
No, because she corrected me on
Doing
it.
it wrong.
I say yabba at my house, and everybody's like, "Who?
I know.
You know yabba."
Well,
Oh,
there's several of those,
Stephanie,
an
I can't
Uber
tell you.
and-
I just love hearing your voice. It makes me so happy.
Aw,
Stephanie was.
thanks.
We did our very
That's
first
right.
2 live
Welcome to Smooth Jams with Randy.
Yes, Marla. We did our first ones
Yeah,
together.
we both shared too much information that's been used against us, and
You're not
Oh,
a
dear.
kidding.
Are you kidding? When I was asking my husband for some help, about the whole, mama bear situation and
Yeah.
the chargebacks and things like that.
how's
I
that going,
said-
by the way?
I said to my husband, "There's this woman. Her name is Mama Bear," and he looked at me like I was insane.
I get the same. I try to tell my family about all these people because y'all are my life.
She's getting harassed by Miss Fairy Garden, and
everybody
then
Oh my God!
Oh no, we never tell the outside world,
and then
honey.
Saint B comes in, and
Wearing her habit and nothing else, holding a pig.
Do you guys know? Do you guys know Michelle? Do you recognize the name Michelle Porter?
I do.
yes,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Well, we went to school together, and we
Oh
haven't
my
talked in
God,
like 20 years, and we found each other here back
high
in
school,
this
high
community.
school, or
Oh,
what?
how funny.
Grade school, elementary school, high school, everything.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
gosh,
God.
that's so funny.
I know. So now I have someone like in my hometown that
That's
I
so
can talk
cool.
to that
And you're in
understands.
Ohio, right?
Yeah,
That's
I know.
hilarious.
She's in West Virginia, but it's only like 10 minutes away.
I only have
Well,
one
I
girl.
just
I
won the
know,
lottery.
Evelyn. I heard that.
How
I
many
was surprised. I thought,
Weirdos are in North Carolina. Apparently, it's like
North
we have
Carolina
a
and
plethora.
Indiana.
Yeah, North Carolina and Ohio. Actually,
and
there's
Ohio is
tons
what I
of
was thinking
people
too.
in Ohio.
There is a bunch of Ohioans.
I thought so too, Evelyn. I didn't realize it had only been 3 people. I
Yeah,
was
well,
bummed about that.
Those people,
Oh.
bothered to do it. I mean, they didn't bother.
Yeah.
I can't believe she tried coming back.
Oh, did they get?
I'm in
Are you
Ohio
able to
someday.
get your money back though? This was going to ask. Is it working?
Is what working?
Well, we're talking
Getting your
about
money back. Okay.
we're talking about Dee Crenshaw when she tried to come back today.
Yeah.
She tried
I
to-
didn't
when did
see
she
that.
come
I
back?
only saw the first
God
10
bless
minutes
poor
of that
Minnie.
stream.
Hey,
God
So
bless
everybody.
poor Minnie.
I'm gonna
Like a
I'm gonna go
brief
ahead and
recap.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop out because I am so tired and I got to get up early. Thank you
Okay,
for
we love
having
you,
me.
Randy, honey. Go sleep with your little microphone.
Hi, Randy. Love
Good
you.
night, Randy. Love you.
Tell Timber we
Now
love
I'm
her.
laying down in it.
So I saw the first 5 minutes of Minnie Mayo's, and I love her, but
Yeah.
the sound of Dee Crenshaw's voice sent me to the moon. So I
Right.
just
Well, everybody.
can't. I
I
can't
had
talk about the
twitches.
feeding
Absolutely.
formula. I just was like, okay, I gotta stop.
No.
So what
It
was
was
the end of that? Did everybody come to the consensus she was telling the
Minnie
truth?
Minnie
or-
caught her in a lie and booted her off the panel.
Cut her off. But
Okay.
I think
Caught her in a
Well,
lie.
I know.
No.
B, are we having a
in the beginning?
B? Are we having a show tomorrow, B?
Be still naked, who knows what.
Night, hippie Mandy.
Holding her pig.
B,
Good
are
night,
you
hippie
asleep?
Mandy. Love you,
Or
darling.
the B?
She's not here.
No, I guess we'll find out later.
All right, you let us know, Randy.
B was probably naked too long. She's busy.
She went to sleep naked.
Diane,
Yeah.
I want you
Yes.
to put a smile on. Don't stay up all night. Get you some sleep, okay?
All right.
B-Dub's
We
getting
won't. We have a big day tomorrow.
a double header today.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh,
Good night, y'all. Love you all.
Love you, Randy.
Bye, Randy.
love you.
Love you, honey.
So she caught her. She was able to witness the liar that Dee is and booted her off.
Yes.
Didn't take long.
She something about the port, and she said something like, "Nope, I've never had a port." And then Minnie said, "Well, you told us on the porch that you used to have one," and you pointed to your arm or wherever she had it. And she goes, "Oh, no,
Lies.
no, that's what I mean. I used to have one." But and Minnie goes, "You just said that you've never had one."
Sounds
And
like
so
somebody
she's
else we
sorry.
know that
Yeah,
was on the. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's where I left the stream because I was watching the replay, and that's as far as I got
Yep.
because something else happened, and I
So
don't know.
yeah, so she booted her
People with
after
these
that.
medical, I'm telling you what,
Never gonna show
I
my
have
book.
medical issues, and I swear to God, if I were ever raise money for my medical issues, I
Huh?
would show you. And when I did, I gave you the doctor's name
Mhm.
and where you could call to find out where I was getting treatment. I mean,
Mhm.
you don't hide stuff like that. I would
Right.
show you every single freaking piece of my blood work, paperwork,
Stephanie,
chemo, whatever it was.
I feel like she's coming back because she took a look around and saw exactly what's happening with little Rosie and thought maybe she
Oh
could
Money.
get a
my
little piece of that
God.
herself.
Go
It was
home.
money.
She's
She
a
wanted more
scammer.
money.
That's who she is. I mean, unfortunately, I just don't.
And her hair is 30 times thicker than mine will ever be. So shut up about you losing hair.
Yeah, no, she's just a liar and a scammer, in my opinion. I will never.
And your own
Welcome her
father
back
doesn't
here.
believe you about having cancer. Something's wrong with you, woman.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. She's been asking around for people to, please let her clear her name.
Oh,
And
jeez.
God
I
bless
hadn't
Minnie,
even
who's new to this community, so she didn't know all this stuff and, was willing to listen to her and hear her out and be fair, but, came at her with
It
hard
finally came
questions.
out. Yeah.
What
And
name was she under now?
She's jumping bean Jean or something like that, I
Oh,
think, right
okay.
now.
Oh, that's why I didn't even
That's who
know.
she is now. Yeah.
But who
Yeah.
cares who else she is,
Actually,
you
she
know?
contacted me. First, she came into my chat under Jumping Bean Jean, and then
What'd she say, Diane?
Did she say it's D. Crenshaw?
she came under a name Missy, and she said she wants to clear her name, and I
Good luck.
I told her
freaking
no,
moron.
I can't do that. I can't have you on my platform.
Oh, so she's been looking around.
So Minnie.
Yes, she's been trying to get someone to clear her name, like help her get a platform going so she could clear her
Yeah,
name.
I know she has
Oh,
Felsie
wow.
With the
too.
community.
Felsie was like, Felsie is a firecracker. Y'all don't even know. She is a
Oh, yeah.
firecracker.
Yep, she sure is.
She was like,
And she don't have
hell
any
no.
patience for that either. She's like, nope. Slam the door shut in her face.
Wow. People
Yeah,
are crazy.
Felsie's been through a lot in her lifetime, and she's not putting up with any of this crap.
I'm here, y'all. I just had to go use the bathroom. But I was going to say about the
no talking. Oh my God.
that hair loss thing. When you've gone through, the first go around, I lost my hair, and the way she described it, it just like hers was just flaking out. It doesn't do that. It literally looks like you had bunches of hair ripped from your skull.
It's clumps. It's not pieces
It's
of
clumps.
hair. It's clumps
It is
of hair.
not.
And at one point in time, she said it was only in the back of her head, and she wasn't going to show it. Isn't that convenient?
Yeah, right.
No, that's it. That
nobody would have that thick of a head of hair, and you look fine.
There's so much of her story that I just can't.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Too many discrepancies. Let me say this. If you take chemo that is toxic enough that you lose your hair, you will have a port. Point blank, period. They cannot give it to you in a peripheral IV safely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't know that.
So that's why I had to get a port for the last bit of my chemo.
Yeah.
Because
did y'all hear what she said? She said if you have to have chemo strong enough to have hair loss, then you have to have a port.
You'll have some kind of either a PICC line, port, central line. There will be something because it's too toxic. It will burn your veins up. There's no way the infusion would go in.
Oh, wow.
So there's just no way. And that's why I just said, I only had 2 doses and they put a port in me.
Exactly. For 2 doses. She had 2 doses and they put a port in.
Crazy. Crazy.
It is crazy.
And you
Yeah.
can't.
I don't know why
tell-
she thought
you
she
can't
was
say
going to
that
have
to
any luck.
somebody that's been through it.
Does she
You
think
know,
we're a bunch of ignorant assholes? She
I
thinks
know.
she's
I
going
don't
to
know what
get
she thought.
another $50 or $100 out of us, or what?
Right?
I don't know what she thought she was going to get over here that we just have forgotten, or that the
Bye.
community,
Go lie to another
everybody turned
community.
over and it's all new people now, and maybe she could work her way back in. I don't know what she was thinking, but
That's what I figured. There's such a big turnover rate. People,
Yeah.
New people that she
Yeah,
probably thought they'll never
and
know.
then Minnie Maya wasn't dumb, but she also wasn't aware.
well, yeah, I mean, she's a sweetheart and she wants to be fair, and I understand her heart. Like, I think she has a sweet heart,
I
and
think it's funny that Dee came to her.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I don't know all the backstory. I'm sure there's a backstory of how that got set up or how that happened, and
Bless her, she was thinking of money.
and what
that's what
about
I think.
her saying that the money that in the GoFundMe
Was
is
not
still-
spent.
What
Yeah,
do y'all
right.
hasn't spent it exactly?
It's
Yeah.
gone. It was
Well,
gone.
I can't remember who. I think it was
Unfrozen.
Felsie, because Felsie, you don't know. I'm telling y'all, do not mess with Felsie. That she is on it. She is not a dumb girl at all. And she had the receipt. She was like, no, you said that you had the receipt from so-and-so purchasing your formula and that you took it out of the PayPal. Like, she was on it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Still have the money.
first go around, I had a port. It got infected. They put a PICC line in to finish my chemo. This time, in the beginning, they were able to do just peripheral IVs, but it got to where I was being stuck 3, 4, 5 times to
Right.
get the IV in. And then when they found the 2 new spots and they were going to the stronger chemo, I had to have a port. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. It required a portacath. So
For two.
yeah, well, at the time they didn't know that's all I would have. That's what they were starting with.
Well, thank God that's all it was, but they knew it was serious enough that you needed a port.
Exactly. And there's tons of kinds of chemos. I mean, there's hundreds.
Oh,
But
really?
if it's that toxic that it requires, that it's going to, because there's not a whole lot of chemos that make you lose your hair anymore. There's just not. It's
Is that
advanced.
right?
Mhm.
It's usually breast cancer is the only one I can think of.
Well, I can sit in the chemo room and look around, and there'll be maybe 1 out of 25, maybe 2 out of 25, because there's 25 chairs in there, is why I say that, that really, really look really bad.
Mhm.
And, I don't know.
But plus, is she even getting chemo?
Well, she said she was back at Christmas time. She said she was on a chemo pill, but she didn't. The name that she came up with,
Yeah,
can only be IV.
No.
And
Lies.
There's not all IV chemos can be given by mouth, and vice versa. They're different, and some can be given both ways, depending on the dose and all that stuff. But she never could. She didn't show it at the time. I don't know if she showed or said anything about that today.
Yeah, and she, just like somebody else, blamed it on her that she took her nighttime meds and she didn't know what was going on. Well, I'm sorry, but then you could say, look, I'm sleepy. I'll do this tomorrow,
Think straight. Exactly.
And I just, like I said, if I was getting $2,000 from donors that I don't even know who were giving me medication because I said I was on my deathbed from cancer, which is what she said, this would be probably her last Christmas and she wasn't going to live more than a year, and she needed this food to fill her because she was starving to death, then I would show proof of all of the above without any hands down. I would have it on the table ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. Then go to bed,
Right.
That's a normal person. And for her to actually, we don't even talk about this. It's stupid because she's stupid.
The point is, she's not coming back. She's not welcome here. Don't keep trying. Go away.
She's
We're on to
stupid.
you.
And once again, her
Move
voice
on.
gives her away. That annoying, screechy, little, like, antactic voice. Like, I'm attacking you. Go away with your
Pterodactyl
voice. You sound awful. And
How
you're
come
mean.
everybody that's horrible has such horrible voice?
You're exactly right. Like, you have a lovely voice. You have a lovely voice.
Thank you. You
It's
have
it's
a lovely
like a
voice as
scream.
well.
It's I've noticed that too. The high pitched screecher.
It is.
Well, it's like
That-
everything she says is attack. Well, that's why I did it. Or that.
And then you throw in that fake New York accent on top of it. Holy hell.
No way. And the fact that my daddy didn't believe me. Well, honey, your daddy don't believe you. We don't believe you either.
Right? You wish to said MB is preaching with the same damn nightgown on she has worn for 4 days. Really?
That thing smells pretty.
Bath.
Oh,
please,
God.
no.
And then she puts a tiny little bit of makeup on, sits up in her rocking chair behind her, or in front of her Christmas tree and says, "Don't I look good? Don't I look good for 60?"
Scratching
No.
her armpits.
No, you look good for 80, but you're not. Yeah, scratch her armpits. Did you see? I just saw that Twitter.
I did
saw
too.
that tweet. Who was that? That was Stellar. Sweet Stellar. Y'all, if you haven't seen Stellar's videos, she's
amazing.
precious.
She is so amazing.
She was so offended by that 350-pound comment, even more than I was. And I understood what she was saying, because don't be me. I have gained weight and I am self-conscious about it, but I'm not 300 or 350 pounds. But even if I was, who are you, you idiot, laying in your bed all day?
I was in there in my other account because my real account was blocked. And
Well, good for you.
I kept saying, thanks. They all got blocked though.
You're probably the one who said, and she was about to say, I didn't say 350. She was about to say that, wasn't she?
I kept
And
saying,
she
she's
said,
not
"Oh."
350 pounds. She's not.
But she said,
Oh.
I didn't say 350. Oh, well, maybe at
Maybe
least 300.
300. Yeah, I was
Then you're
pretty
not a
pissed about
liar.
it. All right, Diane, let's give the woman of the hour some attention.
Oh,
Yes.
this is what Stephanie has been waiting for.
All right, hit us.
I'm so tired. I don't even know what to say now. You guys started.
Okay.
I
Well,
love Stephanie's
we
voice.
started it last night on whose panel were we on? Yeah,
I
on
don't even
Stephanie.
remember.
Stephanie Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, Amber Sue came in.
Yeah.
Oh, about Nikki.
Yeah, and she started with her.
Who's that?
bullshit. Amber Sue, I can't, Eros or something?
Eros.
Yes.
She's Nikki Rev's new best friend.
Right.
Ah,
They did a
I've
live
never
stream.
heard of her.
I've never heard of her either.
Yeah, they did
They
a
did a
live
live
stream.
stream together the other day and bashed Wendy and Diane and Yaba. And-
Really?
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. They talked so horrible about
But I
all
think
three
they've
of them.
taken it down. I don't see it.
No,
It's
it's
still
there.
up. It says some Amber Sue Arrows has something
It's-
to say.
Oh, is it on Nikki's
It's on
page?
Yeah,
Nikki's
on
channel.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
She's so
she's
gross.
just mean.
She
She's
still has that.
horrible.
I got kicked off the porch.
Yeah.
In
Oh.
fact, I don't have Amber Sue blocked. I told her last night if she wants to come in, she can come in and finish her crap. But
Minnie said Amber Sue's attacking her on her videos.
well,
Yeah, I just read that a little bit ago.
Melissa, I was pulling my toenails off with rusty pliers. That damn is.
well, they were just talking about how, we sent droves of people into.
There's no video up, though.
Yeah, there's a video on Nikki's page.
On whose page?
Nikki.
Nikki.
She must have taken it down because it says baby guarding, brat baby, 10,000 minutes away, time to relax. She
It
must
was
have taken
2
it
days
down.
ago. It was a while ago. Like,
I just
It
saw
was
it.
earlier this week.
Nah. Oh, Amber. Oh, 3 days ago. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Amber
don't-
Sue
I don't
Heroes
watch
Speaks
her,
Out is
so-
what it's called.
God, she looks awful.
And they were saying, that all we do is, go after Trisha. I have no content. That Wendy has a bunch of Dr. Phil shit on her page,
Oh,
but
this is
that's not
live.
her.
Well, and then somebody else said that all you do is talk about MFW. I don't think we ever talk about her.
About who?
MFW.
We don't talk about Katie.
Yeah.
Katie's our friend.
That's your only content is when it's related to you.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, so we use her for views. We use Trisha for views. Amber hates that we bullied Rebecca. She was accusing us of, abuse.
Well, Rebecca, go over there then, honey. That's where you feel welcome.
And then she said her last line last night was that she has a very professional job. She can't be bothered. Like, what do you're bashing us, but you have a professional job. What does that have to do with the price of tea? What is she even talking about?
Who knows?
The thing with Nikki is she really believes that
Yeah,
we
Stephanie.
her for views.
Right.
She
Oh,
really
but-
believes that we don't like her because she supports TT.
Right. That's the
Yes.
other thing.
She also believes that, which is
Right.
not true. Yeah.
Not
It could
true
be her
at all.
independent
Not true.
channel with no association, and we still. I mean, she gets This one video has 52 views.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was pathetic. There was like 3 people in there. I'm not kidding. Maybe 5, and 3 were chatting. It was sad.
The only time she gets views is when she talks about this side.
Right.
It
Well,
was sad.
yeah, she put Yaba in her title that night.
That was her biggest viewed video she's had.
Right. And
Ever.
clickbait. It was
Which
clickbait.
is fine if she wants to pretend like she's not a channel after views. But I did see the one video where she was bawling her eyes out about getting kicked off of the porch.
I saw it too.
And
I
she
did not
did
see that, but I
say,
heard about it, and I
I
heard it
saw.
was
"Oh, it's
pathetic.
disgusting." It was
pathetic.
He was
disgusting.
calling them every name.
It
Yeah.
was disgusting. But what she did admit, she was like, "Look, I went onto the porch to get subs. I sure did. Like everybody does that, right?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
So dumb.
So it was clear that she said all she wanted was kind of those 1,000 subs, which I'm not sure.
What difference does it make if you've got 3,000? If you've only got 52 motherfucking views, girl, please.
Right.
Girl,
Right?
Admit
Right.
it. She thought about going on Shoot the Shit and like having her face shown. People were gonna be like, "Oh, who's this new character? Let's go sub to her." Honey, you got the game all wrong. You got the
Right.
game all wrong, and then
And
you're
you
back
have to
over
take
there
freaking-
after you bashed them for 2.5 hours or
Well,
whatever.
because they said that she could come back, so of course she
And you
immediately was
came
like, "Okay,
running
never mind, I
back
take it all back." And
like a little pathetic beat up dog with your tail between your legs.
And you have to take
Sit her ass
freaking
down is what she needs
Dramamine
to do.
before you
Yeah.
even watch her
Right.
videos.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know. I can't.
I
That's
can't.
why I don't
None
watch
of
her.
us can.
I'm not sub to her. I can't
She's
watch her.
tried to make them better, but her little idiosyncrasies are
No, the hair
too
flipping,
much.
lip rubbing, the eye cleaning. I
the
can't.
hot-
Yeah, the
everything.
eyeglasses on and off every 5 seconds. The roller coaster ride that I'm on every time she moves. the
Yeah,
camera.
like I literally get car sick when I
Yeah,
watch
sick
her.
to my
She
stomach. I
can't hold
can't
the
watch
camera
it.
still to save
No.
a life. She
I just
finally
don't, and I
put
don't
clothes
find
on
her
child.
entertaining. Yeah, I don't like her.
Melissa said her chickens get hundreds of views, and
That's right, Alyssa.
Because they know when to leave their glasses on.
Got
I
the
mean,
famous
I don't
chickens.
wear glasses, but if you have to wear glasses to read, can you not just leave them on to like look at the world? Or
That's
do you
what
have-
I do. She said
Yeah.
one time that I saw, this has been a few months ago, they fog up. Well, bitch, quit breathing.
Oh,
Breathing too heavy.
be so quick.
Come on. Said
Oh,
that.
no. I love love what Wendy said. The random streak of gray. I just can't take it.
I just can't. What's with the strip of gray in your hair? You're like 25. What are you
She was
doing?
like, I literally
Stop that
thought she was-
shit.
I honestly thought
That's
that she was
weird.
like
Well, she
45.
asked Amber. She asked Amber the second night that she was on. She was talking about her hair, and Amber said, "I'm a cosmetologist." So she said, "Oh well, please tell me what did I do with my hair?"
Diet, bitch.
Diet. How hard is
was
that? Take
on
a
that.
Sharpie and color that shit in. It's not hard. You can do it.
Well, she's resembling Cruella DeVille.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
I
Like
was
a
on a
mix
live
between
stream back months
Trisha and
ago on
Cruella.
Bless's channel. We were talking about addiction, and she came in and she was very polite, and I was like, "Wow, she's really sweet."
Mm-hmm.
It was not 2 weeks later. I cannot remember what stream it was, and she just went off on me, and I can't even remember now. I can't remember shit anyway, but it wasn't even that important. That's how important it was. I don't even remember. And just went off. I'm thinking, honey, bipolar to the max.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, she
Yeah.
said she just got diagnosed with that, and that's why she was relating to Trisha so well. And she's, she blames everybody not liking her on Trisha. Honey, Trisha hadn't been around in a while. We still don't like you.
We
You're
just
right.
don't like you.
We just don't like you. It has not one
You're
damn thing to do
weird,
with Trisha. Never has.
strange. I mean, maybe you would have
Never
kept
has.
it down to a minimum, but you're odd. And you've
Yeah.
attacked you called me a man, that I had man shoulders and a balding head,
The
and
stuff
Nice.
she
I was
said about
ugly
you
as
has been
hell.
horrible.
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
she's
She says really terrible things about me too.
But it was deserved. I
That
never
was another
said that
thing.
shit
She
about
said-
her.
Yeah.
She said nobody knew who Diane and Wendy were before. No one knew who Wendy was before Dr. Phil, and no one knew who Diane
That's
was.
a lie.
before
That's a
Tucker.
damn
That's a
lie.
lie.
How else would Wendy have got on
Believe me,
Dr. Phil?
That's
if
a
we didn't know
that's
who
a
she
lie.
was?
Exactly. Thank you. I was sent by the people in
It
this
was a
community.
decision.
Obviously, they
made.
knew me.
Exactly.
Thank
Well,
you.
why
And
would you let
Diane,
some
Since she
weirdo,
was Diane.
non-known person go up and represent us? Do you not think we were all talking? All of us.
Yes,
talked
we
to
were
Dr.
all
Phil.
communicating.
They
Well,
through
not
the
only
whole
that,
thing.
Me, they
but
begged
even
Amanda
freaking
and other
Trisha.
people to go down there, and we couldn't. I had a doctor's appointment that was getting stitches out of my foot the next day. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
Right.
And Mandy didn't want to do it because she didn't want to at all even possibly hurt her husband in any kind of way.
Yes. Yes.
Well, not only that, but even Trisha knew who she was. Knew who you were.
Yeah. Trisha and Sean even knew who I was. So nice try.
So you were known. I mean, you weren't just some
Yes.
random that they picked up off the street.
True. True. That's a good point. Even Trisha and Sean knew who I was.
Who I was until Black Pepper, but that's not true because
That's not true either.
that's not true.
It's
Diane
so
Patrick.
stupid. If you
Diane
could find anybody in our community who said we didn't want Wendy to be there, then maybe you have a grand to stand on. But you're wrong.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, Punky B, I agree. That whole baby ghoul crap and that Paul.
Oh my God, the baby girl.
And Papa.
And she said that Amber Sue person said that I have, if you go to my page, I have all Dr. Phil stuff on there because that's all I talk about. That's my big claim to fame. And I think I'm so famous. There's not one Dr. Phil video on my page ever. Never has been ever once. So I don't know what page she's looking at. Onewen is not hard to spell. Onewen. It's not hard.
Well, Diane said there's some false one-wins out there, but still, I mean, come on. Get a grip.
Well, she's still wrong. She's like, is she so pathetic? She has all Dr. Phil stuff all over her page. Okay, you're pathetic that you found the wrong page, idiot.
Right, exactly.
And I love how she always says, these women have no lives. All they do is spend time on the internet.
Yeah, we
Really?
sure
You have no
do.
lives.
We
You have
sure
50
do.
followers in your chat room of
Really?
5 people. Stop it.
Well,
Every
maybe I'll do a little
stream-
blog of what I do all day, and everybody
Every
else
stream I go
can.
into, Nikki Rev's in there.
Oh, really?
So who has no life here? I mean, I'll admit I have no life. My husband.
Hi,
works
Grandpa
long hours,
Jay.
and I have
Aw,
teenagers.
Steph,
I
you're
don't have
so
a life.
sweet.
I
Well,
don't
no,
ever talk
he's
about
a-
Dr. Right, Debbie. I
he's a-
never talk about Dr. Phil unless I'm asked about it. If people ask questions or something like that,
Yeah, we
then I'll
haven't
answer
brought
them.
up Dr. Phil
I
in
never talk about it.
months.
I don't ever talk about like, oh, that's my big claim to fame. I think I'm so famous because I went on the show. Stop it. That's the dumbest thing
Does
I've ever
Nikki
heard.
still go on STS?
Mhm.
Or where I don't even ever see her. So
Yeah, she might.
Yeah.
oh, I think she might have been in Mama Bear's chat a couple times. I don't.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't
She
really.
doesn't. She, you know, the thing is, with the only reason she doesn't like me is because I don't like Trisha.
Right.
Yep.
She doesn't know a
Which
thing
is the
about me,
same reason that she says you shouldn't like her. It's
Right.
just not the person that she
which
likes.
isn't true. Which isn't true. I did.
We
It's not
would
because she
judge
doesn't like
you.
Trisha.
We never
Trisha
didn't
is
like
not her
Seabreeze. We never didn't like Felsie. We never didn't like all the people that like Trisha. We all gave them that Miss De La Rue,
Exactly.
Tamara.
But I tell you
all
what.
that. We never said anything bad about any of them.
If Trisha ever throws Nikki Rev away, I don't like her. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like her. She ain't welcome.
Right. You can be your own. Nikki, you're just a unique little human being, and there might be a couple people that get you and can withstand your little ticks, but just accept that that's it. And it's not anything more or less than that.
So when you did her live stream with that Amber chick, the whole purpose of it was just a bash.
Yes.
It was to bring up really old stuff. What was it even about? I can't remember now.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
really old something.
Their live stream about us, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one.
Oh, they said that, you know, we sent trolls over to Nikki and attacked her, and that, you know, it was just
Whoa.
crap.
Oh,
They
it was the
Whoa.
Yabba thing.
352 views, 9
people went
thumbs
over
up,
there
51
because
down.
Yabba's name was in the title and Yabba was blocked, and we have
And it was
screenshots
like-
proving that she was blocked.
It was like 4 weeks ago. I mean, it was old
Mm-hmm.
stuff that nobody even cared about anymore.
It's
Old
amazing
as
the
hell.
power that these people think that we have.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
It amazes.
And then she puts up on Twitter, you know, they're sending trolls after me in droves, like 5 people. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
That's not
Yeah,
a
and
drove.
putting up the troll comments.
down.
Like, I wonder
Droves.
if B would put up the troll comments that she gets, or Diane, or anybody else. You would be fainting.
Dumb.
It's insane.
Obviously, I swear this is a big comment for a lot of people. You can't handle YouTube. You can't.
Right.
I said that to Jamie 20 times.
Yes.
This is not your venue. It's
Yeah.
causing you more pain than good. Get out. And I would say that for a lot of people.
True.
And then she said,
Dude, I see it for myself. I take a mental health day every once in a while, turn everything off and just back away.
Yep.
I do it all the time.
there were comments also on her page from, you know, people who come in here, and Nikki said, so what exactly does Diane and Wendy do? Do they do, you know, how to do this and how to do that videos? I mean, has she not come over here to see what I do here?
Of course not.
I mean, come on. She's not even making any sense.
No.
Well, I'm going to say, I don't know if y'all are a fan of him or not, but I can speak because I've openly come opposed to this person. But Joe threw you under the bus big time last night, Diane, and
Wait,
Katie
Joe who?
and Mandy. Joe from Katie's channel.
He threw me under the bus last night?
Yeah, he said that Diane is all about this. This is her element. She loves this. And I went on her channel. She says she talks about anorexia, but all I see is drama. That is a direct quote.
Is he hitting? He's
That's not
No,
fair.
so it's not fair. And both of them agreed with him.
Both of who agreed with him?
Mandy and Katie.
Well, that's nice.
Go watch. If the video's still up, I mean, I don't even watch anything live. So this is, unless they've taken it down, but.
Well, Joe threw me under the bus the very first night he was on Katie's. It was
It's so not true. And everybody was coming in there saying, Diana's only trying to defend herself. Does she look happy? She's miserable. Oh, this is and Katie was like, yep, Diane likes to insert herself into everything. This is her highlight of her life. She loves this.
Aw.
Well, and
I didn't mean to blast the news right here, but I
well,
don't have any, Mama Bear thought she was dropping some tea. There's no love lost there.
well, Joe, the very first night that I think he was ever on there, I went on to shoot the shit to support Joe after I had been on Katie's panel to talk about, Captain Buford. And while I was over there, he was trying to cause shit between me and Katie, saying that I was talking about homosexuals, which I wasn't. It was Ricky. And then he was saying to her, well, why did she go over there? Are you going to let her back? He does that with everybody. He did it with Randy. Are you going to let her back? I don't
know.
Let her
It's
back.
a stream that's called "We're Back," I think.
I don't,
So don't let me dissuade you. Look, watch it for yourself.
I never listen. I don't care if Katie wants to have him as her co-host. That's her business. But
Yeah, but she totally agreed with him.
well, all right.
I'm
Well,
just saying. I'm not trying to call it shit, but
no, I know, I understand, but last night was, maybe
It
not a
was
normal
heated.
night,
Yeah.
and they don't watch us, so it's not like I feel like they can give a
they
valid.
were streaming your stream.
What?
Oh,
They were streaming your stream.
we were not. Oh, we were on Stephanie's panel. They were
Oh, they
streaming
were
that
streaming
stream.
her stream.
No, they were streaming streaming Stephanie's panel.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Joe doesn't know me, but
I
Kate
don't feel like he
Just
knows us
watch
well
it
enough.
and make your own opinion. I don't want to be the bad guy calling people out. Just
No,
watch
I
it
get
and
it.
tell me what you think. Stephanie probably saw it.
I was
I don't
asleep.
know.
I had to work.
I didn't see it till today. I didn't see it live.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear any of that, so I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I didn't.
I know that Joe, might not love me a whole lot, but I don't feel like he knows me very
He
well.
didn't say
and-
anything about you, Wendy.
Oh, he didn't? Okay, good. Never mind then. I'm sure I'm coming next.
Doesn't know me either.
He doesn't know you either, Diane. Yeah.
No, he thinks he does. He said that's all you're all about. And Katie said she just puts herself into every situation because this is all she lives off of.
Well,
But
I
that's
don't.
not true, though. We all know that that's not true. We don't feel that way at all. Yeah.
What
agree.
Diane lives off of is being nice to other people and having fun
Yes.
and
Yes.
giving
I
Being a
agree
good
with
gifts
friend and
Mr.
being a
and
good
H in the
person.
chat. I
What?
agree
Yeah,
with
I
the
think
Santa-
that Katie
now,
was.
she might have been upset and maybe that wasn't true, so I'm just going to keep my mouth out of it.
Katie was
But
upset,
go
and
watch it and see it yourself.
yeah, Katie was upset, and I get that. Look, I don't know if. Listen, I'm a
That's
different
true. She
channel.
was upset last night.
I'm a different channel than Katie. Katie and I don't do the same things, and I said to Katie today that I would hope that she would support my channel because I do different things.
Yeah.
And
Well, just go watch it and you make your own opinion.
I mean, I don't know.
Katie's got a lot on her plate. I mean, I don't want to talk about Katie because I love Katie, but she's got a lot on her, and she's got a lot of hate that comes at her, and I mean, I say shit that I don't mean. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
and and we have a
Exactly,
whole
Stephanie.
different channel. I mean, it's okay. Like, there's no competition there. There's no,
Right.
No competition.
there's nothing like that. It's there's room enough for all of us, and nobody's trying to take anybody's gig or anything like that, or anything like that.
Yeah,
We sit around and chit chat about whatever. Depending if it's drama related, it's drama. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just chatting about whatever. It's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
always
like
drama.
I said, Joe doesn't know me. I don't particularly, care for him doing and saying the things that he said about me, not once, but now twice. I don't know why he even has to bring up my name. It seems like everybody brings up my name. My name is all
He
over the
doesn't
place.
know.
I
He
don't
said
insert.
she says she has anorexia platforms, but I don't see them. Well, I mean, just look at her channel. I don't understand what you're not
come in
looking
and
at.
see them, don't
Every
But
Tuesday
anyway,
night,
no, I
there's a
think
special
it
stream.
was actually. I think it was Yaba who was streaming it, and Yaba didn't say anything bad. It was the other two. So just go watch it for yourself. Make your own judgments. I'm not going to say anything more.
I mean, I try to, ladies' night is going to be a standard thing. And then on Tuesday night, I do a different topic, whether it's like next Tuesday, it's going to be depression and anxiety. And we're going to have people up on the panel. So whatever people want to talk about that I, talk to on Twitter, it was actually Marla who wanted to do the chronic pain. And I got a lot of people sending me DMs. I couldn't get everybody on panel one night, and I think it's a topic that can be discussed again.
Oh, for sure. I think people loved it. It was really, it was big, very positive. I think people loved that, right?
Oh no, they did, and I think
Yeah.
I want to try to do other things. I'm trying to get these two guys on who have a pretty big YouTube channel that can teach, smaller YouTubers or YouTubers who don't know what they're doing that may want to learn how they can actually make money on YouTube, how you need to be able to get yourself in search so that you're not, because what happens is if you're stuck in one community, you're never going to make it on YouTube. You're never going to bring in the income that you can earn on YouTube without getting yourself out of one community. So I've been trying to get them to come on. I'm still waiting to hear back from them, but they are really good at what they do. They know how to, to teach people to, do that. And I'm hoping that
You always have
will
such creative ideas. I love that. You always have such a variety.
Well,
I
that's
like
what I'm
that.
trying to do. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
trying to do that so that I'm not known for just doing, drama, because I
Mhm.
don't want to just do drama. I want to do other topics.
Cassandra, I agree. She said, Diane, if Katie felt some way, she would have said something to you long ago. And I truly believe that too.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Because she's not one to hold back from what she
no,
thinks.
Katie
I
would,
think so too. Yeah, I agree.
no, Katie would, Katie is pretty straightforward and she will tell you how she feels.
And
Mhm.
last night, tensions were high, emotions were high.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Last night was just a fucked up night. Thank you. That's all.
No, it was. Is someone snoring?
No, that was Wendy snorting.
No, it wasn't.
No,
I'm not
No.
no,
snorting.
it wasn't.
It wasn't me.
I think it's Amanda.
No,
Maybe
Amanda's
it's
muted.
Oh,
I'm on mute. I'm listening to Nikki's stream.
oh, Nikki?
Oh no, is she talking about us?
No,
The
no,
Amber, no, the Amber Sue one. I
the
just want
old
to
one.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought
listen
she
to
was
it real
like,
quick.
"Ah."
Okay. Yeah.
I
I
don't
thought
know
I
what
heard
that noise
someone.
was.
Let's see.
It's the pig. That's what I was thinking. Maybe it was the
Yeah,
pig.
maybe it was the pig.
It's Jimmy Bean.
Everybody blames me.
No, Amanda, it's just that a couple of times you have fallen asleep.
Ah,
Oh, I didn't even think about the pig.
that's what I was thinking. Hi,
Hi,
Delilah.
Michelle
How are you,
Porter.
honey? Can you catch me up? There's nothing to catch up. We're just chit chatting. We're just chit chatting.
Is B here still?
Oh, maybe B fell asleep.
I think B fell asleep.
Oh no.
Yep.
It is late, and we do have a big day tomorrow.
Love your
I
stuff.
have all my Columbus family coming for a cookout tomorrow.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
They're
Well,
How
bringing
many
me a
people?
pool. There's like 6, with my family 10.
Oh my goodness, though. That's a big crowd, though. That's nice, though.
Well, they're getting a new pool. My cousins in Columbus are getting a new pool, so they're giving us their old pool, and they're bringing it down tomorrow.
Oh, how fun!
I know. I'm super excited.
Perfect in time for summer, and
I know. My boys are so excited because we've always had a pool. We just bought this house, and we've always had a pool before, and we haven't got one here yet. So they're just giving us theirs. So
oh, how
win-win.
nice. That's awesome.
So, I never finished my story before about my, being in just a top and no pants.
Oh
Oh,
yes, please.
What
Sorry.
Hottie.
Here's
Hottie Diane, tell me.
if my husband would come home and see me in pants or something, or sweatpants or whatever, he would say, "What's wrong?" Like something was wrong, because that is just how I always am, because it's just me and him. There's no one else. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I used to be on my karaoke site, we used to have live chats sometimes at night.
And you karaoke naked?
Well, no. What would happen? I would be at my desk. At my desk on cam, but you can only see me from my waist up. So I had no pants on. So every time I would have to remember if I was going to get up that I would have to shut off my cam, because if I didn't, the whole chat room would have seen me in my thong. You know what I mean?
Oh, jeez.
So it was really hard because sometimes I would want to get up. Like we would go in there to sing live, and you could see other people on cam. I think you could see like 4 people at a time, but there was there were men in there. So if it was just women, it wouldn't be a big deal. But there were men in there, so I would be like, oh, if I got to get up, I got to shut off my cam, because that would have been the worst thing that could have happened. Is if I got up and my ass was showing, it would have been terrible.
That's great. I love it. We have
Should
our
I?
kids are. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, wait. Let me.
I swear to God, that's B. God bless her. You're gonna have to boot her.
I am.
Is she
You're
snoring?
gonna have to boot her because I think she fell asleep and she's not gonna want to be on here.
I know, but
Uh-oh, Diane got booted.
Oh no.
Oh no.
5 minutes, Diane. 5 minutes.
We have 5 minutes to hurry up. Get back in here, Diane.
Yeah, I had to come back in. I hope I did boot her off.
My kid, we're a
No, but
split home.
Diane's the only one that can kick B.
I tried sending her a text message. She hasn't answered it. So now
I hope it was exactly the same time I came in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was weird how you came in right at the same time she got booted. I'm not sure what happened there, but hopefully
If I need to go out, I will.
No.
We're
I'm
just
sure
gonna
she'll
say
be-
it's not being snoring, it's the pig.
It's the pig. That's
I
what
do hear pig. I mean, I do hear a snore.
It's the pig.
That's so cute, whoever it is.
I
I got kicked out.
fell asleep either on a
Got
panel
kicked out.
or on my
You're
own.
gonna have to boot
I'm gonna boot her.
Miss B. Good night, B. Sleep
love
well,
you.
darling.
Oh,
We
God
love
bless
you.
her.
Hi, Ricky Rooney, my love.
Hi, Ricky.
Reject this. Yeah.
There she goes. Good night, honey. Sleep
Good
well.
night, B.
Oh,
Good night, darling.
She had her Taco Bell and said, good night.
Good night. It's late. It's time for nights.
B, we love you, but you were snoring.
That was so cute.
It was super cute. It was super cute.
That was funny.
I fell asleep on a nightly basis live streaming.
I remember.
always
I know that's why we blamed you first, I think.
That was so cute.
Yeah, and I apologize, but I did blame Amanda first because I've never heard you fall asleep on a live stream before. So, Amanda, and I'm sorry.
Stephanie always took over for me.
That's what you do. You need to make sure you can pass the controls on to somebody else. So how do you do that?
Yeah,
There's a way to do that, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh, where you can give someone else the controls so that they can boot somebody if they need to. That's not it.
Sure.
I don't know how to do it. Diane's going to have to do it in her Hangouts, I'm sure.
I'm having her says, this is what I have to look forward to when I get over 40. Yep.
For real.
Yep.
Falling asleep on a live stream on a Friday night. That's right, baby. Be jealous.
Especially if you're on medication. Good night.
Night nights.
This lady that was on the panel.
Kit Kat, honey, I love you. I'm sorry. Please don't be upset, darling.
Why is Kit Kat upset?
I think she
Kit
thinks
Kat, I
that,
love you too, babe.
that somebody that we were talking badly about Katie, and I'm not.
No.
Oh, I'm the one who said anything about Katie.
Yeah.
Kit Kat, you know how I feel about Katie, and all I said was the exact, honest, what came out of her mouth. So if you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at me. Don't blame it on anybody else. I'm the one who said what came out of her mouth. And I didn't exaggerate or hypothesize. I just said what came out of her mouth.
I don't want her to be sad though. I love Kit Kat, and she's a good
you
person.
Know, you know I love you, but you know I feel.
Yeah. Stephanie says that anyone can boot anyone if you know how. Do you know how, Stephanie? That is a secret. I would like to know how.
Okay,
I would like to know about that.
So
I know when they invaded my stream the night I had the stream for Uber's birthday. They kicked me out, and that's why I couldn't get back into that live stream.
I remember that.
So somehow there's a way to do it, whether you're the main person or not.
Like, I can't kick any of you guys out. I don't know how. You know what I mean? Like, when I click on that arrow, All it says is ignore and mute.
Yeah. So Stephanie, what's the secret? Can you tell us what the secret is?
Yeah, there's a
Get
secret.
a link, girl. Get up here.
Yes,
We're
Stephanie.
gonna have more tech talk.
I mean, like, let's just say, for instance, that I start snoring one night and Wendy needs to, kick me out.
Kimberly.
Do I need to install like the Hangout toolbox extension?
She said she will never tell her secrets.
No, you can't say that. You need to help us.
She said, King has it, and I don't know how you feel about Katie. Listen, it really wasn't about Katie so much. It was about Joe.
Yeah, I really don't want to talk about Katie.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, I think
Listen, when I brought that up, I brought it up because what Joe said, and I brought it up what Katie agreed with and then added to. I am not saying anything that is offensive. They said it themselves. Go watch the stream. I'm sure it's still up. It says we're back, and it's Katie and Mandy together. If you haven't seen it, I'm not saying anything untrue. I don't think that Katie would be right here saying I never said that. So be mad at me. I'm the one who brought it up.
Kmart is Marshall's now.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So Stephanie, on your phone, is it about like blocking people and then that boots them out of Hangouts and then they can't get back in? Is that how you do it? Like you block them in Hangouts?
Oh, you have to do it on your phone?
Okay, Lavender, honey. Definitely.
Can someone answer American Woman?
How do I donate something for the auction tomorrow night? DM Stephanie Brown your pictures and your description and your you can remove them from the call. Yeah, by like blocking them, right, Stephanie? You can.
Are you asking me?
No, Stephanie Brown.
Oh, I was gonna say I have no clue.
Yeah, no, I'm asking Stephanie Brown. She's telling me about that. So if you're in Hangouts on your phone and you go into the call, you can boot them by, I think, removing them from the group, like blocking them out of the group.
Oh.
So there's Stephanie's Twitter right there. DM her, American Woman. DM Stephanie Brown with your items. You can have picture. You can click on them and you can kick them. There you go. Now we're talking. Okay, that's how you do it. Send like pictures and description and minimum price and as much information as you can give us, and then we can add it to the list for tomorrow.
Oh, what happened to Lissa? I thought she was going to.
Lissa wasn't feeling well. She wasn't feeling well. Yeah, she's resting. Okay. I think a lot of us are tired. I really do. I apologize for me being tired as well.
Me too.
I'm exhausted. It's been an exhausting week. It's been an exhausting couple of days. I know tomorrow is going to be a lot of emotional and physical energy too. And and it's a good thing. It's an awesome thing. So I'm not even a little bit sad about it. I'm just
it's not until
tired.
3 o'clock.
I told Uber too that like if she needed a break or whatever, I'd hop up on panel and like I know it's gonna be like a long day or whatever. So what I mean? You or whoever needs a break. And I know Stephanie's coming up too, I believe, right?
Yes. It's definitely a team effort, which I'm so thankful for. I'm really
that's
really
awesome.
Thankful.
It's
such a cool team.
I'll be with the kids and stuff, but I'll be able to get like an hour or two.
Thousands of items. Oh wow, American Woman, that's amazing. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
What is American Woman? I didn't see that. Why am I?
She said she has a 7,200 square foot antique shop with thousands of items, and she wants to donate some stuff.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That sounds really good. Do you know if there's been a lot more items this week? Since last week that's been donated.
I know there was a horse donated. Did you see that?
No.
Say that again.
There was a horse donated. It was
a real horse.
Yeah, Kimberly.
Yeah, there's a real horse. Yep.
Oh my
A
gosh.
gorgeous, gorgeous horse, which I mean, I would think would go at a minimum of $1,000, but
That
I
is
mean,
amazing. A horse?
A horse? A real
That's
horse?
crazy. Oh my
my
goodness.
gosh. That's amazing.
yeah, it was on Twitter, and I'm never even on Twitter. How did y'all not see that?
I
I
didn't see it. How
I
did
don't
I
even
miss
know
that?
because I'm too, I don't know, because I'm over here on YouTube all the time. That's why. I'm barely in my Twitter anymore, sadly.
Wow, a real horse. I mean, well, I get. Oh, wow.
That is crazy. That is so amazing. I love that.
That is cool.
Kit Kat, honey, do you want to come up on panel?
Kit Kat, what is wrong? I don't understand.
She's really upset.
We weren't talking badly about Edie.
If she has a problem, it's with me. Nobody else brought this up. It's with me. And if I had a way to screen share it, Kit Kat, have you not seen the video? Do you think I'm making stuff up? I mean, what's the problem?
Wow, Genesee, thank you, honey.
Kit Kat, you know I adore you, and congrats to me.
Honey.
Well, congrats to me for telling the freaking truth. I'm not doing anything. I'm not winning a battle. I'm saying what happened. Do you think I wanted that to happen?
Kit
Shame
Kat, come
on
up.
you.
Kit Kat, come up on panel.
Thank. Don't say congrats to me. I didn't win anything by my friends being bashed.
Kit Kat, come up here, honey.
Kit Kat gets like this. She gets upset, and maybe she'll go back and watch the tape. And I've never been known to lie about anything, so why would I lie about making up some bullshit?
Hey, Carly.
And I even said that they said she was drunk and that she might have spoken off turn and been upset. I said that, so that's fine. That is totally fine. We all get that way, so it's fine.
You know, I mean, we're bringing up the word slander now, and that's not, you know.
No, she wasn't slandering anybody. She wasn't slandering anybody. She just said the only thing that she said was that this is Diane's element. She has to be in the middle of it. She loves this. And that's not slander. That's her opinion. And she might have said that opinion because she was frustrated and drunk. Fine. It was Joe who really brought up the whole issue and was saying that he only went over there, and whether she likes to talk that she has anorexic streams, she doesn't, because all I see is drama. And then Katie agreed with him and kind of added to it. That's it. Period. Go watch the stream. It's up.
Yeah.
And, you know, Marla only brought it up to me because, you know, she's my friend, and I, you know, I can't. There's B.
Oh, B.
We love you,
sir.
You were not snoring in any way at all.
No,
Don't worry.
It was the pig.
It was the pig making noises. That's all.
That's right. It was the pig.
Why bring her up? You don't like her.
I
We
like
get
her.
it,
I
but
love
I'm going to.
Katie.
Yeah, everybody here likes her.
I like Katie very much.
They
Kit
were.
Kat.
We were. I mean, it was not off topic. It wasn't like I came out of nowhere and said this. It was on topic. And if you're just going to totally ignore a topic because some person's supposed to be protected, I wouldn't want that. I would expect that somebody would say the same thing about me and be like, you know, Marla bashed you last night, Diane, and was saying you like to be the center of drama and you have to put your nose in everything. I would hope that somebody would bring that up on this panel and say that about me. This is about Diane and Wendy.
I think maybe let me just say something. I think maybe that could have been said privately, not so openly. That's my opinion.
You're probably right, Stephanie. You're probably right, honey. And I take it back. You're exactly right.
It kind of wasn't on topic, and it did kind of sound of like, I can't even talk. It did kind of sound like, I mean, not you were
Off guard.
shit-stirring, but
So, yeah, no, I take it back. If
like,
Stephanie
ooh, I
says
got some
that, I
juicy
respect her completely, and I apologize. I take it back. I take it back 100%. You're exactly right, Stephanie. I apologize, Kit Kat, and I apologize, Stephanie. You're exactly right.
Bambody, yeah,
But
it
if
sounded
it,
messy. And you know, Marla, I don't mean harm by that, but that could have been done in private.
Yeah,
You
you're
know what I
probably
mean?
right.
nobody bashed her though. Like
No, there was
Yeah,
no
no,
bashing,
yeah,
but it
no
was just like,
one was
ooh, guess
bashing
what?
her.
I've got some good juicy gossip. You know what
Well,
I
I
mean?
thought she had heard it. That's the only reason I said it publicly, because I thought Diane I usually do text people if I think it's somebody that didn't hear stuff, but I thought Diane would have watched that stream and I thought it was public knowledge. That's the only reason I said it. I wasn't trying to shock her or anybody. So when she didn't know that happened, I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, listen, Kit
So
Kat,
you didn't see the stream.
Kit
No,
Kat,
I didn't see it. I didn't.
I don't want anyone in here to be upset. We've never listen, this is
I know. I hate this. I feel like
Yeah,
there's so much
I don't
tension
want
there,
Yeah,
and
I
hate
don't
it.
want everybody fighting.
yeah,
Goodness,
I
we
don't want
weren't.
anyone
Nobody was.
fighting. Listen, more
No, they can get mad at me. I don't mind taking the
but
heat.
Marla, I
It's not
understand why
me.
I understand why Marla brought it up because Marla loves me and she didn't know that I didn't see it. And it was more about Joe. It wasn't about
Right. It
about
was. It was more
it was
about Joe.
more about Joe.
Yeah, it was. It was
No,
because Katie never brought you
no,
up. It was just sort of like, oh yeah, and she
Right.
was so upset she couldn't even speak. Even Mandy was like, "What's wrong?" I think it was Joe was like, "Why can't you? What's wrong? Why can't you talk?" And she's like, "I just get in these moods sometimes." And like somebody said, I didn't know she was drunk. I didn't know I didn't know. So I'm glad I brought it up so I could have a understanding of what was going on. That is between her and Diane. If Diane forgives her and didn't think it was anything of it, so be it. I thought Diane would have seen that because I thought it was a fairly well seen. If I saw it, I thought other people would have seen it because I don't even watch that much. But anyway, I apologize. You're exactly right, Stephanie. And you're exactly right, Kit Kat.
I think it was more about Joe because he does instigate. He did it to me twice.
He does. I
Second
agree.
time. He doesn't know me. Katie knows me. Joe doesn't.
Kit Kat, I appreciate you standing by your friend. I appreciate you standing by a friend, but I wasn't saying anything that wasn't factual. I wasn't saying this is good or bad or indifferent. All I said was what she said. So I don't see how that's standing or going against what she said. I said, here is what she said. Boom. I'm not sure how that's inflammatory other than if she said it herself. I didn't say, oh, yeah, she was slamming you. And maybe if I did, I apologize. But I shouldn't have. What I should have said, here's what Joe said. Here's what Katie said, in case you didn't see the video. But really what I should have said is, if you haven't seen the video, go watch it yourself. That's what I should have said. And I should have just let people watch it for themselves. But I don't, if you can please tell me in the chat, did I misquote even in the tiniest bit what anybody said? Please tell me.
I didn't hear it, so I have no idea.
Me too. I have nothing.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. I would love to weigh in, but I can't.
I'm glad I kind of said something because I did know she was drunk. I didn't know that there was a whole long spiel behind it as to why she was upset. Being drunk and upset will make somebody say something that they might regret.
No, Marla did not mean any harm. I know that Marla didn't hear.
You don't have to defend me, Diane. You're sweet, but I can take my own. If people are upset at me, I will take it.
Yeah,
Okay, no apologies. That's exactly what was said.
Well, even though no one might have been talking about it, I still understand why Marla might have brought it up because Joe is a shit stirrer, and I'm saying it. I'm not talking about Katie. Joe is a shit stirrer. He did it once before to me, and I had to take shit for it.
Well, he really egged her on. I mean, he said like 2 or 3 things before she ever said anything.
Kit Kat, you did mess up the stream.
Kit Kat, you didn't mess up any stream, darling. I
you
understand
get
that you love
defensive
your
over
friend.
your friends, and there's beauty in that. There's nothing wrong with that. Kit Kat, you would do the same thing for me. But I think you're exactly right. And given a point that she was in, which I think she was very distraught, upset, didn't know what was really going on and trying to figure things out. And then he's speaking in her ear saying, well, I just went over there and listened to it, and it sounds like Diane is X, Y, and Z. And she probably would agree with it at that point in time.
Yeah, because Katie has stuck up for me. I've heard her, in the past stick up for me.
Oh, that's good.
Well, the first time Joe did that, I know that Katie did say, "No way did Diane do that. No way, no way. She's too classy for that." So
Yeah. Why does he have something against you?
I don't know. I have no idea. But it's the second time he's done that to me.
Well, never mind.
Well, y'all
That should
go
be said
listen to
privately.
it. Tell me what you think. What do you know, Stephanie?
I don't know anything. I just know what I think, but
Well, tell me what you think, because your opinion is very, very valued.
He's gone after a lot of people that Katie
I think he wants
had
to
in
come
her
in between
stream that
Katie
had
and everybody
followed
else
her, even
personally.
Yaba.
I
What
think
did
he
you
wants to
say?
be Katie's
I don't
only
care. I'm
friend.
saying it.
Oh, a little jealousy.
Yeah, because he said shit about Yaba before too.
Yeah, he has
Are you
said shit
kidding
about
me?
Yaba.
I think he
She
wants to
put
be
up with
Katie's only
that?
friend.
Oh, no,
Well, that's his
But to
problem.
say, I mean, he flat out said, she says she has anorexia streams, and I went on her channel and I don't see any of that. Well, you have to be blind not to see that. I mean, I don't understand. That's pretty easy to see. And that's not her only
I've had
other
like 2 or
streams.
3 streams on anorexia already, so I don't know.
But you also had on dementia, chronic pain, and several other things.
Yeah. Well, again, he's irrelevant to me. He always uses
Why
that word,
would you say
irrelevant.
that?
I don't care about him, but I know that Katie has stuck up for me in the past. I heard her say, "No way did Diane say that. She's too classy."
Well, that's what counts.
But again,
Like I said, I don't watch a lot of it, but I did happen to see that just because people were making such a big fuss about it. And I only watched like the last 30 minutes. So if you want to go watch it again, go like halfway through and you'll see what I heard. And maybe I got it off context. And I'm completely willing to be chastised and told that I was wrong. I would rather be wrong about that than right.
Yeah. Well, look, again, because we happen to, like Katie and watch her drama lives and love to watch her, we don't have to, all agree and like Joe. I mean, if he, I don't know him, he doesn't know me. For him to talk about me
Right.
is out of place, and that bothers me.
Well, Cassandra said Katie did the same thing with Randy, which I think that's just, a joke between them. From what I can tell, it happens all the time.
What Charlie Bergen said is what he said about Yaba. It
Uh,
wasn't
Yaba
horrible,
was
but
putting
it
him in
was
his
shitty.
place. Yaba was putting him one night, and she humiliated him to do.
So
Well, most
said,
lesbians are angry people.
Someone
That's
timed
what
out.
he said.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah, he did say that.
Who timed out 2 and Steph? Nobody did.
What an
I
asshole comment.
Honey, nobody timed you out. I think maybe you were typing too much and YouTube timed you
No one
out.
timed you out.
We didn't. None of the mods timed you out, honey. We didn't time you out.
If
You
you
never
type
showed
too
up as
much,
timed
if
out.
you type too many times quickly in chat, it will
In 30 seconds or something, it makes you take a break. We didn't do it, honey. I promise. Kit Kat, we love you, honey. I know that you're just sticking up for.
Okay, Cassandra said, Joe did the same thing to Randy. Okay.
Kit
Yeah.
Kat, you're fine, babe.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I don't want anybody to be,
Michelle.
arguing.
Okay,
You
and
and
she's
Steph, I'm
clarifying it was
scrolling
not
back,
Katie
no.
with Randy, it was Joe with Randy. I just want to make sure everybody sees that.
I agree, Vicky Vic. Let's change the subject.
2 and Steph, I'm scrolling back, sweetie, and you're not timed out anywhere. I'm looking through the whole
Michelle
chat.
says, I thought lesbians are usually happy people.
No one timed you out. None of the mods did at all.
I was a lesbian once and I was happy.
I promise.
I love you, Stephanie. I understand you,
Back to the
girl. I
beginning.
get
Yeah, all the
you.
way back to the beginning. None of us ever
Thank you,
timed you
Marla.
out.
I knew
honey.
you would pick up on that.
Yeah, sometimes that happens, Lacey, for sure. Yeah,
I've had
YouTube
friends like
times
that. I've
us
had
out all the
friends that
time.
want to be your only friend, and they
Yeah.
cause trouble with your other friends. I mean, people
That
are
can
like that.
happen. Yeah, enforced typing breaks. Exactly, Minnie. That's exactly what it is.
She was mad at us anyway. It's all right.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she was disappointed in all of us.
Well,
For
that's
what?
it.
What did we do
No,
now?
she shouldn't have. It was only me. I'm the only one who said
No,
anything.
I mean, two and Steph was mad at us.
What was she mad at? What were we doing?
I don't remember. It was way up in the chat. She said we had children watching us, and this is what we're teaching our children to sit around and gossip.
No, we shouldn't have children. It's 12:26.
Yeah, my children are not watching this.
Yeah.
So I'm all right. I feel all right.
No children
Sorry,
should be on
Bodhi.
YouTube without parental guidance. I will not take responsibility for
Oh my
parents not
gosh.
watching what their children are doing.
Mama Bear talking about Black Ben now. I've got to see
Awesome.
this.
All right, Mama Bear, you go for it, girl.
Oh my god.
She
What's she
wants
talking about?
that 12-inch cock. So
Mama Bear likes the BBC.
One arm in a cast was not able to type for at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes? That's not a timeout, girl.
Timeout's
wonder what
300
the heck-
seconds.
Yeah,
minutes.
timeout is 300 seconds.
Right.
I wonder what the heck happened, honey. That's so
know.
weird. We didn't time you out. None of us did, honey. I promise.
Michelle
I think
Porter.
it would
my
tell
son's
you
been
who
playing
timed you
Fortnite
out
too.
if you did.
Oh yeah, we would tell you if you she wasn't saying anything. I've been seeing what she's saying. I haven't seen her say anything nasty. Like that's the only reason she'd be timed out. I promise. We didn't do it. It wasn't us. Maybe YouTube was glitching on you. I don't know.
I know that when I was trying to type into Stephanie's chat last night when Sam was on there, I was typing and I kept, hitting send and it timed me out. I couldn't type anymore.
Yeah, I get timed out by YouTube all the time.
Not me, Michelle. It keeps them out of my hair.
We love you too, darling. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about anything. We're fine.
We do. I just don't want you to feel like anybody timed you out because we didn't. I promise. I went back and looked all the way to the top and nothing. Promise, promise, promise.
Yeah, and we can see that. We can see when we're moderators who's been timed out, who's been deleted.
It shows up on the chat who did it.
You can see
and who did it and all that. So you could rat them out, but there's nothing to rat out.
That's why
Nobody
you
did it.
always hear Wendy saying, "Oh, why did you time out that person?"
Yes.
Don't time them out, or don't delete them.
Yes. Debbie, Mama Bear lost what little bit of mind she had left.
I agree, Lottie. She is like a cult leader. It's like
Oh,
she's trying
for real.
to start her own little cult.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Stephanie, I really reflect on what you said, and I do apologize. I should have said that in private to Diane. I really do apologize.
Marla, don't worry about it, honey.
Yeah, I really been thinking about it, and I really
we
think
weren't
that
thinking
was
about
wrong with me. There was no reason for the only reason I did it is because I thought she would have seen it, but still, it would not have been appropriate even if she had seen it. So
Oh,
I
honey, don't
apologize.
worry.
I take it back.
Don't worry, darling. We love you. It's okay.
It's
don't
not.
worry.
It's
Don't
fine.
worry about it. Don't at this point.
It's really not.
But
the
it
end
was
of the world, I
wrong, and you
promise.
should apologize for what you did wrong.
Okay, well, you did. So it's but I'm just letting you know it's
Okay, moving on.
So
I just like people. I mean, never mind. That has nothing. I just think that people who can't reflect on their own life. Well, who
I
was
love
it
that you can do
said
that. That's so respectful. I mean, I have
a
such respect
life
for you.
that's not reflected upon is not worth living. And when you live this like one-dimensional, one-track life, you're gonna have nobody by the end of it. Oh, that's okay, Kit Kat. You know I love you, honey. Kit Kat and I
think
go
if
back a
more people
long
would-
ways.
I think if more people would sit back and think about what they've said, and
just take a minute. It doesn't
there wouldn't
take
be
that
all
much.
this fighting.
Oh my
Instead, they just want to
God.
keep attacking.
It's all about pride. It's all
Just
about
sit
the
back.
ego.
Maybe
It's
you're-
all
maybe-
about the ego and not
I mean,
having
everybody's been wrong at
self-reflection.
some point.
I'm wrong
Nobody's
20
been
times a
100%
day.
right.
Tilly Mae, you're not blocked.
Hi, Tilly Mae. I love you.
But it took Stephanie's little kind voice to talk sense into me. But I mean, literally, if Stephanie, you could say anything to me, and I'd be like, "Yes, ma'am."
Really?
I've got extreme well, Stephanie, I have a lot in common. I have extreme respect for her, and I
Thank
do
you.
with all of you all. But I mean,
We've been through a lot of the same stuff.
and look how gracefully she lives her life. So I like somebody who's been through really dark times and then changes their life. I think that's such a cool characteristic.
Oh, definitely.
I hate confrontation, so I mean, I'm
I do
horrible.
too, but I'm getting less about that because I like to. My stronger instinct for speaking out with what I believe kind
They're
of.
not blocked. Why do people keep asking if they're blocked?
I think because Tilly was talking and nobody was talking back to her.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
What's Tilly saying? What were we talking about before all this crap?
I don't know, but I wanted to just say that, Stephanie Green is, I call her Stephanie Badass because she had
She's a badass.
got a tattoo in prison. She's got a real prison tattoo on her foot, right?
Yes, it's real. It's needle and gel ink
Yeah.
pen.
Yep. That's
I know all about that.
Badass.
It's my
You
claim to fame.
probably had to pay a lot of ramen to get that
Actually,
tattoo.
no. The girl that did it kind of liked me, so she did it for free.
I hear you.
I didn't like her back then.
Y'all don't even know the world of prison. You just don't even know.
That's what we were going to talk about. Remember, we were talking about sex, and
oh yes, you and your underwear.
Well, no, last week we were talking about sex, and Marla had questions, and then we were, I think she was going to enlighten us a little bit about, what happens in prison.
Oh, well, I'm glad Stephanie's here. She could probably. Do we want to go there?
Hey guys, I'm going to take this opportunity to slip out because I am exhausted. But I will listen and laugh from my bed
because I know you're exhausted.
I really am. But I want you guys to keep going. Like, keep talking if you don't.
I'm not going to stay on much longer. Too,
but I want to hear you guys talk about prison sex. Like, I really do want to hear that. I need to hear it from my bed, not as a participant.
That's going to have to be for a private stream, girls.
Oh no, we're talking about it.
I was promised prison sex stories.
Right here and now, Stephanie.
And we need to do it. Or we can talk about cat shit. That's another one you guys can talk about. Those are the two topics I will be.
Because I'm not talking from personal. I'm just going to be the observer. I'm not going to tell you personal experiences.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's right, Lacey.
From a friend's point of view.
Then I don't have personal experiences either. Never mind.
Okay,
but y'all have heard stories. Don't be lying. Yes, you have. Y'all have seen some shit.
Am I still? I'm not still. My face is up here, and I hope it's not.
Your face. No, your picture's up.
Okay, but I'm not okay. And is Randy still here? I see her picture.
No, Amanda's here.
I see sweet Amanda.
Amanda's lurking. She's on lurker status.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Okay, I've got it. Okay, do
right,
we need to talk about sex now, or do we have another topic to divulge before then?
I'm saying goodnight, and you guys go ahead and keep the stream going. I love you guys.
Wendy.
Thank you for having me.
I wish you could stay. If you take a little rest and want to come back in, please do.
I will. If you guys are still on, I will absolutely come back in. I promise. Keep chatting, okay? I love you guys. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I love you guys. All right, good night. See you all tomorrow at the fundraiser.
Oh yeah. What time does that start?
Noon my time. So
3 o'clock our time.
So 3 o'clock. Okay, on Uber's channel.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
And somebody is, I think it's Kimberly, the one who did the stream with us about chronic pain, is selling a gorgeous, gorgeous horse. And I'm not sure where she lives.
I know it was her. Oh my goodness.
I thought it was Little Miss Shut the F Up.
Oh, was it? Okay, my bad.
I know she does work with horses or has horses or something.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I thought it was her.
Don't listen to me.
I get confused.
I'm out. I love you guys. Good night, everybody.
Tomorrow.
It's somebody.
Tomorrow. Good night.
Wendy.
Good night, honey.
Night.
Yeah, somebody's selling, and it's a gorgeous horse that said, I loved how she phrased it. She's like, safe enough for a young child, but strong enough for a man. So that's like, okay, sold.
Wow. So how much can a horse go for? I mean, I don't know.
Like tens of $1,000s if it's a certain type of breed. But I mean, most horses, I would say,
Horses are super
Like,
expensive.
I mean, at minimum would be $500, but I would say more like $1,200 would be like an average price.
I think they're
Would you
more
say
expensive
that?
than
I
that.
was gonna say like $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have to be like a thoroughbred or something. I mean, just like a trail riding horse or something. Well, he's already broken and everything, so it might be, it might be closer to $5,000. And of course, if it's for an auction, I would estimate it would go for like twice as much.
Wow.
But I would have to know where the horse is and the availability for somebody to go pick him up, you know?
Right. Because that's expensive in itself.
Yeah.
Or
And
like
they're supposed to be sending this to who? Is it Stephanie?
Yes.
I'll have to go. I just barely glanced at it on Twitter. I didn't really see like the details.
Yeah, I didn't see any of the details because I was barely on Twitter at all today. So I didn't see it. I missed it.
Yeah, it depends on the breed, depends on if the paper's got, if the, it's kind of like a dog. Exactly. If it has papers, if it's trained, all that. But I mean, like times 100.
Oh yeah, Ash, you're right. Yeah. We can definitely do like a background on who does it. But I'm gonna go to you guys before I fall asleep on Tanner.
Oh, everybody's leaving us.
Night, Amanda.
Good night, Amanda. Thank you for giving us that screen share tutorial. But I think we're going to have to I'm going to need another one in private because I was distracted by Randy.
Okay, yeah, just let me know and we can
Okay.
do whatever.
Sounds good.
All right, good night, guys.
All right. Take care, sweetie.
Love ya.
See you tomorrow.
Love you too, Amanda.
Night.
Good night.
Okay, let me share this world of prison sex with y'all.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Where do I begin? So, me not knowing, okay, you just cut me off at any point. I'm getting boring or whatever, but I only coming from a heterosexual world, the first time I was in jail, I told you Man was the first woman I met. And I never had met a real stud in real life, but they're all over prison. Right, Stephanie?
Oh yeah, they look just like
And-
boys.
And they are high commodity.
You
High
would not know
commodity.
they were girls.
Okay.
And-
Wait a minute.
I'm glad you're here, Stephanie.
So there are women that look.
But I mean, they don't even have to look just, I mean, some of them have large breasts or whatever, but they cut their hair like boys. They carry themselves like men.
They talk like boys.
They talk like men. They have sex like men. They are, I mean, and we had to shower together. So it's not like I remember one, I mean, she was adorable. I loved her, but her name was Tiffany, and she had the biggest boobs I've ever seen in my life, but she was still a stud. So, I mean, they can't, obviously, I mean, in my opinion, I think they're born that way, but there seems to be an exponential proportion of them in prisons and jails.
Yes.
And I don't know why that is.
I had never seen one
Yeah.
before I went to prison.
So they're all over the place. And whether these women go in straight as an arrow, they come out crooked as can be because they're either lonely or they get attracted, or maybe they didn't know they were attracted before, whatever it might be. And these studs have power. They could come in dirt poor without any money on their books and get all these girls just fawning over them, paying for everything they need. So usually they're very well taken care of.
Because they're providing sex?
I think it's
Sex
just.
and just
I think it's because women crave a man so
just
much, and it's a replacement.
protective figure, a closeness of relationship,
Okay.
that kind of thing. And you can do all kinds of speculation whether women like other, what they call them, lesbian, lipstick lesbians or that kind of thing. But I think about this in general, opposites attract, whether they be male, female, whether they be opposites of personality, whether they be opposites in the same sex that have different roles.
Okay.
I think
Hey,
opposites attract.
I have to shut my window, and it's going to be loud. So hold on. You can keep talking, but I'm just telling you
Okay.
what the loud noise is.
Okay.
That's okay. So I think there's just, let's say that, okay, where the first prison I was in, there's almost 2,000 women. And let's say 1,000 of them are straight and that would be pretty rare, but let's just say that like there was half and half. Well, the other half that were straight might consider, especially the amount of time that they might be doing, they're going to want some sort of companionship. That's more than just a friendship.
They called it straight at the gate and gay for the stay.
Yeah, there's all kinds of names. And who knows? Maybe that woman was maybe predetermined to be that way and she didn't know it until she got to prison. Who knows? I don't know. So it just is that way. It just is that way. And they call them studs and they have the rule of the roost. They usually have several girls at a time, or they usually have a long-term relationship.
They also call them shims.
Yeah.
Okay, but you said something before. You said, and they look like men, they sound like men, and they also have sex like men. What does that mean?
Okay, well,
some of them have homemade dildos that
yes.
they wear in their pants to look
Yes.
like dicks.
Yes.
And they're allowed to have that in prison?
They don't know. It's paraphernalia.
Yeah.
They don't know they have it. Or if they do know, they don't care.
Okay.
But okay, not necessarily from personal experience, but I can say that you can have sex with a woman without a dildo or strap on and it be much better than having sex with a man.
Okay.
Agreed.
Thank you, Stephanie. I'm so glad you're here. Much, 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 much better, as a matter of fact.
A woman knows what a woman wants.
Right.
And even if they're a studly woman that are not feminine, I mean, there's lots of things I could say, but you can be done harder than even a man could. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so all right, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. Yeah.
Are you saying a woman can make another woman come harder than a man?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Marla's such a lady. She doesn't want to say come.
I know. Well, no. Let me just say, I don't know if you were here last week, but I was telling a story about elementary school where I peed myself, and said, tell Stephanie what you said.
I don't even remember.
In her own piss. That just came out of Marla because
I upset me. I was so sorry for you.
Upset. This teacher made me wet myself, and she said,
"Because I was a teacher, and I was just, oh my god, the thought of you having to do that." And then it went to anal sex, and
then we went to anal sex. But yeah, go to the last hour of last week's stream,
all right,
and you'll hear it.
Oh my god, it was hilarious.
I still laugh every time I go back and listen to it. And that's how funny it was.
Yeah, so here's what let me give you like a broad perspective on where I'm coming from. because okay, I'm a Christian and very devout. Well, I wouldn't say devout. Okay, I'm very learned in the scriptures. And then, I kind of branched out a little bit when I was studying yoga, and that was like taboo way back then, and understood a little bit about Hindu and Buddhism. And I'm not saying I'm taking a conglomeration because I still believe in Jesus, but I have a bigger worldview. And then sexually, when I was sent to jail and prison, I was entered into a bigger worldview then. And it was so funny. I remember because I came back to my boyfriend with knowledge, and I was like, I thought I was having great sex then. And I was like, oh, honey, let me show you some stuff. And he didn't want to know.
So funny.
He didn't want to know. Is that what happened to you, Stephanie?
No, John's like, tell me more, tell me more.
No, I was like, let me just show you like what. And well, our relationship was kind of on the tail end at that point, but still yeah, we were kind of over where maybe you all were beginning, or I can't remember what your relationship was like, but
we were
I
just
thought I was
left
like top of the world. Like, I mean, I'm just going to be brutally honest. We had sex twice a day, our entire relationship, which was 7.5 years. Like we just did.
Okay.
And that's why I wrote earlier, I said sometimes I was asleep because I was. And that's just sometimes I wasn't totally asleep, but you know what I'm saying. And so I thought I was like top of the world, and then when I saw a different side of things, I was like, oh my God, I wanted to do a whole series on this, but I didn't know really how to approach it. But there's such a way that men could make better love to women.
If they went to jail? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if they would
repeat that again, because I was reading chat. What'd you just say?
I said there's such a better way that men could make love to women.
Oh, I agree completely. Completely.
And if it's just like a few small, like simple tricks that I don't even think I would know about had I not seen other things or experienced other things that I didn't even know I was really missing out on, And I feel like I have this knowledge that I would like to share. And when I did try to share it with the one person, he was like, I don't want to know. And I'm like, okay.
Why didn't he want to know? Why?
I think we were kind of at the end of our relation. I'm not going to go into that, but he just didn't want to know because we weren't furthering our relationship. It was sort of the tail end. It was just sort of like not a passionate affair, if you know what I mean. Had it been somebody else, probably. Because most men say they want a threesome, but they don't really, because they don't want you to be more turned on by the woman than him. They want you all to like make out and then both of you all be on top of him.
Right, exactly.
That's not usually how it ends up.
Yep.
How does it
usually
end up?
the other way around.
How does it end up?
I
don't know. I've never had
together.
I've never had a threesome, so I don't know.
Many threesomes with all kinds of different people.
Really?
Okay, so
threesomes with 3 women, threesomes. I've never had threesome with 2 men, but threesomes with 3 women and threesomes with 1 man and 2 women.
Okay, so you're saying that if a man has a threesome with 2 other women, he just wants the 2 women to be going at it? That's all.
No, opposite. Opposite. They want
He wants all
to kind of go like have some foreplay, but then he wants to be able to fuck them both, basically.
Oh, so that it's a ploy.
He wants 2 women. Then when the women are more into each other, he's laying there like, what am I doing?
Right. Because if you get 2 women and a man, the 2 women are gonna enjoy each other.
Women are just more sexual and more I don't know, not sexual, more I don't know what the word is.
They know what the other woman wants.
It's more exotic to watch 2 women, in my opinion.
Yeah, because I think like gay porn is disgusting, but women like lesbian porn, I think is hot.
Oh my God, Stephanie, I'm so glad you're here because I would feel like I'm like the total dumbass.
I've seen lesbian porn. I think women's bodies are beautiful.
I do too.
I
do
think they're
too.
absolutely beautiful. Men, so men. I don't know. Listen, okay. A man has a penis, and and we want that, but the penis itself is ugly.
Right.
It's different. Like a woman, her whole body is beautiful. There's nothing that's
Right.
not beautiful about a woman's body.
Exactly. I agree completely. Yeah.
Well, and what I was going to say is that I'm sure people are familiar with the Kinsey scale, which
I am.
is you can't really refute it, that everything lands on a spectrum and that our sexuality lands on a spectrum.
Let me just tell you, we
And
have some women in the chat who have had threesomes. Okay.
I'm not even reading the chat. Oh, I want to hear. If there is, can we have somebody else up here so I don't look like this whore?
Well, like I want to tell you stories, but I'm afraid this is going to be on the internet forever and ever.
Please tell. Well, maybe she'll shut it down. Tell stories, because please open up a little bit. I've opened up. I said I had threesomes with 3 women and men. So come on, give me something.
When I
Stephanie.
said I've never had a threesome, I meant with my husband or a man. I mean, I have with 2 women before, but it was there where we were.
And how does that work out? Like, because I know how it worked out for me, so I want to hear your story.
I mean, I liked it a lot.
Were you attracted? Were you like in a relationship with either of the women, or had affection toward it, or was just sex?
Just sex. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I wasn't attracted to either one. I mean, I wasn't in love or even had feelings for him. I mean, it was just, but it was hot. It was hot.
Oh, Debbie says, sorry, Marla. I bet I got you beat. Not in partners, but things. Get Debbie Q on here.
Debbie Q, what are you talking about, girl? I know. You want to come up here, Debbie? I'll send you a link.
Well, see, I've been in different ones where I had affection towards one person. And opposite too. I was in a threesome with a girl and her boyfriend. That was his birthday gift, and I was, on drugs at the time, so I was doing anything.
20 years. Melissa said last night she hasn't been a hoe for 20 years because she's with the same man.
Okay.
Debbie, don't be shy. You don't have to go on camera.
It's okay. We're just talking about our past. Look, I was talking when I was in addiction, which I'm not saying I wouldn't do it again, but anyway, it got bad because he was paying more attention to me than her, and she flipped out, and it went bad, which was fine with me. I was ready to get out of there anyway, but I think
what?
He kissed me on the mouth, and she didn't like that.
I forgot. This was a very drunken night, but I was in my 20s. I mean, it was before children, like early 20. Well, no, I got married when I was 19, I guess. But I had a boyfriend, and then I had a best friend, and she was kind of screwing his best friend, and we all just kind of ended up together one night. And he liked I don't think he liked my friend, but he was paying more attention to my best friend than he was me. And we ended our friendship that night. Like we never spoke again.
It can get really bad. I think threesomes are not a good idea.
Like I broke
would
up with
say
him.
They're not a good idea. Unless you're 3 strangers that have nothing to gain from each other or to lose from each other. If anybody has a relationship before the threesome, it's always a horrible idea.
Yeah, I would never now, like with my husband. I would never share my husband. I'm very jealous, but
even if it's a slight, like somebody you never know. Like even if they say, "Oh, I'm fine with it" or whatever. Nope. Either you're 3 perfect strangers, which when would that ever happen, or just I just don't think it's a good idea. I'm going now.
I would never, ever, ever have a threesome because I'm too jealous. I would never want. I could never stand seeing my husband touching another woman.
Me either. Yeah. Oh my God, I would go freaking livid. Like I would kill somebody.
I would. Yeah, I'd kill them.
Yeah, I would too.
And I was even in a relationship where the person said that they, we weren't together and they didn't care about me or whatever. And then we had a threesome and they flipped out, left the hotel room, like, even though that's what we planned on doing, but seeing me touch somebody else was like too much,
I did have a girlfriend there though, like an actual girlfriend that I like had feelings for, and we actually still talk to this day. She lives in
Oh,
Cincinnati.
was she a
And
stud?
no, not at all. She was very, very girl. I don't like studs. I don't like the boy
Yeah,
looking
me
girls.
neither.
I like pretty girls. She was gorgeous. She's still gorgeous. She has babies now. She was a lot younger than me, but we still talk to this day. We talk on Facebook, and I went to Kings Island, Cincinnati, and we met up and talked. I mean, it wasn't like sexual, like
It
when we met up.
wasn't?
No, it was there, but not when we met up afterwards. You know, because I was already married again, and she had 2 kids, and it wasn't like we met up to have sex after
Yeah.
prison.
Well, and having sex in prison is disgusting.
It is. It's
It is
horrible. It's so gross.
disgusting. They will do it anywhere. They're like freaking dogs.
Well,
Yeah.
I
where
mean,
do you do it?
there's
Where do
tons
you
of
do it?
people that will watch out for you. I
Yeah,
got
you can hang
paid to watch for
sheets.
people.
You can hang sheets on your bed, and then you have your friends watch and make sure nobody's coming, and the sheets
Yeah. And
provide
we
you
had
with
open
privacy.
showers where you
Yeah,
were only supposed to take
showers.
showers certain times of the day, but still,
I just couldn't. I'm sorry.
Showers are the big
I'm watching
place.
Melissa's comments, and she said she's not getting naked for anybody but her man. I could not imagine. I've never been in that position, so I can't say what I would do if I were in that position and I wanted sex. I can't say, but I can't imagine myself I can't imagine myself in that doing that. I'm having a hard
I
time.
never had sex in prison. I
You
didn't. I
didn't?
never.
You didn't?
I met somebody afterwards that I had met in prison.
Oh yeah.
But no, I didn't. I was scared. Well, I was also at maximum security, so we're a little bit more watched, but not really. I told you about the people that were having sex in front of me 1 inch away from me, and we had to be
Same.
stuck on this bench where we were like we couldn't move, and they're over here just like rocking the bench away. And
You want me to tell you a story?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on a
yes,
phone call with my girlfriends, but too bad
Yeah,
it's
no,
on the whole
tell it.
freaking
you
internet.
are. That's what I felt like.
The threesome with the 2 girls, the guard watched.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah,
Was she gay?
it was a man.
Oh, it was a
Oh my
man.
God, of course he did then. So
Yeah,
how
and he
did you
tried.
get him to watch?
He flirted with us real bad. Like he would have had sex with us if we would have had sex with him.
Oh, there's so many guards having sex with
Yeah.
inmates. So many guards.
He
Iridium
actually
said, please tell a story that includes soap.
he
No
actually
soap. That's stupid. They don't do
he,
that.
he actually contacted me when I got out. That
Oh,
guard
Isn't that disgusting? Yeah,
on
the
Facebook.
guards are sleazeballs. That's how all the drugs come in, is through the
Yep.
guards.
Yep. That guard was a sleaze. He was disgusting. But I mean, you do what you do to pass the time, I guess.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, even if the girls aren't really lesbians or whatever, they might be that way for the period of time, or maybe they really are and they don't want to admit it. Who knows?
well, listen.
My ex-boyfriend used to always say, I think all women have a little bit of lesbian in them.
I agree. I think so
I didn't
too.
hear your comment, Iridium.
Iridium is the one that said, please tell a story including soap.
She didn't mean drop the soap.
Oh. I'm
She
sorry,
meant,
honey.
she's saying how everything's so germy and dirty in prison, and she's hoping that we're talking about something that's a little bit
Oh, I
clean.
thought you meant dropping the soap.
I knew what she meant.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant like a male prison dropping the. I don't even know how things happen in a male prison. I can't even imagine.
Oh, I
Girls
didn't
are
want to
horny
think
as
about that.
hell in prison.
You know the straightest man ever has sex in
I mean, because girls are
You know they
wild
do.
animals in prison. I mean,
Yep.
wild animals in prison. It's
Yep.
what I mean. That's 90% of the day is focused on who is hooking up with who. Am I wrong?
No, it's absolutely. And people fight those women.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the only fights are really about that, or if you
Yeah.
stole something from somebody.
Yep.
So are you saying if a man goes to prison and he's
I
straight
don't know.
arrow, he's going to end up having
I
sex?
have no idea. I just
I
know how
think
women act, and I can't even imagine how men act.
I think, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know any man that would admit it, to be honest.
Yeah,
But
men wouldn't admit that, I don't think.
I think they do
But
because
I
I
mean,
know
if
that
they're
women
that,
do.
if women are that horny, and they just
men are
are, they
hornier
just
than
are, and I think all that estrogen actually like is enticing. And women don't have. Well, we did have a gym in my minimum security, but
I
I
worked
think
in the gym.
men. Yeah, men put a lot of effort into like working out. So maybe I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't. And
Maybe
I
that's
don't
where they
think
put all
they
their
make
energy.
men shower together. I could be wrong. I don't know
don't
anything
know.
about male prisons.
I don't either. I know nothing.
Okay, good
But I
night,
do know that
Diane.
prison I got transferred to, which was a minimum security prison, but it used to be a maximum security male prison. They had individual shower stalls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, ours was just a big old
This is
open.
just a big old, but
I mean,
yeah, it was a maximum security, like the max security male prison, and they had individual shower cells. So I think that they kind of try to.
Julie Sheridan as Yaba over there.
Yeah, I keep hearing what is going on. I know that Dr. Koala is recording Mama Bear talking about gay people, Yaba, and God can make them straight and all that nonsense. But what
Oh
is
my
going on?
God. Well, she should be over here in this chat, shouldn't she? Oh
Oh
Lord.
my God, could you imagine if she heard what we're talking about?
Well, yeah, but back
She
to
would
the
love me even more.
spectrum. Yeah, back to the spectrum. I think all people fall on the spectrum of being, heterosexual or homosexual. And most people, not everybody, but most people fall somewhere in between where you, have a tendency towards more one, but maybe a little bit towards the other. And that's how that all happens. And more than not, I think a lot of people fall kind of closer to the middle, and that they just don't ever act on it or have any need to act on it. But once it's explored, then they're like, oh, yeah, this would be, I would be okay. I would be okay with whoever I fell in love with, but honestly, if you were to ask me, no, I don't know if I would say that. But
I know, me
sexually,
either.
I would prefer a woman.
Me too. But I've always said, like, if I would ever get divorced, I'm gonna go gay. I've always said that
Yeah.
because I
And
like.
a lot of people, okay, here's what I thought as my thought to be open-minded self before all this happened. I was fine with gay people, fine with lesbians, but I always thought lesbians were so unsexual, like they didn't have a lot of sex, that they were just sort of like soulmates or whatever. And they, I just didn't think that lesbians seemed very sexual as people before this all happened. That is the exact 100% opposite.
It is.
And I think lesbians have way more sex than my twice a day sex was.
Interesting.
She's not talking, Diane.
I'm listening. And I'm just finding it interesting because,
Melissa cracks me up.
I know vaginas are weird. Give me a big manly cowboy any day.
That's what I was gonna say when I say if I ever get divorced. Not that I would get divorced, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But then I think no, because I really love my husband. I mean, he's the only man I love, but I really love him. So you know what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You fall in love with and isn't that a beautiful thing that you as a heterosexual couple can say, I fall in love with the person, which is usually what somebody says when they are homosexual, but that's what you're saying is this is the person I love. Yeah. I just think that should be the same thing that everybody says.
Well, I've heard women say that, if they ever, got divorced or, they've been in relationships with lots of men and they weren't treated right, that they
No, it has nothing to do with that. I was treated very, very, very well by all my ex-boyfriends. It has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
It's not about women. The women, okay, women can be awful, horrible people. I'm just talking about sex.
Yeah, the sexual aspect of it. Like, I don't think I could put up with another woman's.
I mean, that's the bad part, is
Moodiness,
their
temper.
horribleness. Women are evil, horrible people. But I'm talking about just the pure sex nature of it.
Do you guys
Is
know who
much
the
better.
YouTuber is? Do you know who the YouTuber is? Hannah Hart.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, she's a woman and she's a lesbian, and I think she is gorgeous. I think she's like I'm super attracted to her. I'm just like obsessed with her, and
What's
I
her
just
name
love
again?
her. Hannah Hart.
Okay.
She does drunk cooking. Like, she's not really drunk, but it's like drunk grilled cheese or just different stuff. She does all these kitchen.
I might have seen that.
She's really, really fun. She's just, and I think she's gorgeous, and she's just, I don't know, I'm just very attracted to her.
Well, were you ever attracted to women before you went to prison?
I was, but I never said it out loud.
Yeah.
Like in my house, it
Yeah.
wasn't like, ooh, that's bad, because my mom had lots and lots of gay friends. Like,
Yeah,
my
but
mom,
not for you. Not for you.
yeah, like it. And in my school, I'm a very small town. Back when we went to school, gay wasn't as open as it is now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So no, I always was a little bit, but I never really spoke it. And then when I went there, and it was all like, that's the norm. And then John, my husband, he loves it. Like, he thinks it's great. And I haven't done
That's
anything
good.
with anybody since I've been with him, like no woman or man. But he still thinks it's hot. You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying to, I just thought about this. In prison, I can't remember the number, but they call it, because you get in trouble. I mean, that's like one of the things that they most look out for, which is stupid, but they do. They call it either a dry 31 or a wet 31.
Oh, I have
And
no
that
idea.
is if it's like penetration that they're witnessing or
Really? I didn't even
dry
know that.
humping. Yeah.
I know
I'm
that.
probably wrong about the number 31 because that corresponds to like but it's either dry or wet. I'm not going to say 69 because that would be stupid, but like it's dry or wet blank. And that's how you get your punishment. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else that's crazy. If you're caught suntanning in prison, you
Yep.
can catch another charge, and it's called defacing state property.
Yep.
Because you are state property while you're there.
And people secretly suntan
Yeah,
constantly.
we
I
had to
did.
hide to get a tan.
I was so tan, and
I
I
was
would pull
too.
my dress up like
I
all
was
the way
tan
to
too.
my, crotch.
I
And
was
when
really
when the
tan.
guards would come around, I'd pull my dress back down because they make you
You
wear
were attracted.
dresses. Like how
You
Oh,
were
not us.
attracted?
We had
easy
nasty
access is
pants.
that?
We had horrible, ugly pants.
And
You
we
wore
had
a dress in
dresses.
prison? They had
Yeah,
dresses?
we were dresses.
Really?
I mean, we had pants too when you got off of reception, but you had dresses too you could wear.
Wow.
Only the religious people got dresses where I was. Like, it had to be a religious purpose to get a
Yeah.
dress.
Yeah. I just think, I mean, my mind's been open about, I used to think people who took drugs were horrible. People, I just had a closed-minded view, even though I thought I was open-minded. But now I think I've pretty much seen
Me
most of
too.
it all.
I know, me too. And I'm so open-minded now. Like, nothing offends me. Nothing. I
Yeah.
mean, some things
Yeah.
offends me, but you know what I mean. Nothing.
Yeah.
The things
And you
that
probably don't
offend.
get hurt real easily too, because you've been through it.
I don't know. I get my feelings hurt real hard. Real.
Do you?
Yes.
I'm still like bitter.
I'm
But
not.
Melissa.
I'm not bitter, but I'm like, I've already been through, I don't know. But
Who said they were
anyway,
eating? Someone
Eating?
said they were.
Eating
Melissa said,
during sex.
Michelle, I ain't eating during sex. Who said they were eating?
Oh my.
Well, I brought a
That's
little
funny.
chocolate pudding and shit into the
Ooh, I like it.
a little chocolate pudding for, a little fun.
Little whipped cream.
No whipped cream, just a chocolate pudding.
Well,
that's
this
all.
comes back to my original conversation, which has to do with anal sex.
Okay,
Because
hold on,
I've never.
1 second. I'll be right back.
Just that thought.
Which I love that we can talk about this. It's beautiful. I'm trying to look at Mama Bear for a second. Not that I want to, but is she still on? She's talking about gays and
Lacey, the whipped cream that's in the squirty can. Lacey said whipped cream. Like what?
yeah, all kinds of whipped cream. Oh my Mama Bear.
Michelle, no, you haven't.
What'd she
Michelle
say?
said, she said we have used, God help me, cucumbers.
Oh my. Oh my. I don't even want to know how.
I love it. We didn't even tell Diane how to make a homemade dildo, did we?
No, and it's hard in prison. Like I said, I never got into that, but boy, I witnessed it.
I
And
never
I
made
was,
them. My bunkie, her name was April, and she was so much fun. She was like everybody's. I mean, I never even used one. I didn't have one, but she was everybody's dildo maker because she made the best ones, I guess.
they can make some money off of that. I mean, y'all gotta understand, like 57 cents in prison is a big deal. But see, now this was after you, so
Gotcha,
this
Lacey.
wouldn't have been popular, but Suboxone was really big, which if you take a Suboxone, like you've never taken one before and you're just straight up like totally sober, it is
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
fuck you up. It's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
fuck you up bad for like 2 days. And
Um,
so people wanted that, and the guards would bring them in, and they sold them for $100 a strip. Not the guards,
What?
but $100 a strip, which nobody could pay for. So they would buy like an eighth of a strip,
Oh
and
my.
it was just insane. And I was laughing because I knew what Suboxone was and how easy, you know what I mean? It was like, are you kidding me?
Do you know
So
I never saw or even knew of anybody that had drugs in where I was.
really.
Nope. I had no interest.
Other
The only
than that, I don't think any,
cigarettes.
because they are cigarettes, but they are so. I mean, even more so than when you were. But I mean, obviously, just people would paste it on the back of stamps, like water down the Suboxone and put it on the back of a stamp, and then mail, so they would be able to lick it off. And
Oh
they even caught
wow.
on to that, so they started ripping off stamps. Or
Yeah.
they would put it on the watercolors of a card. That so
Really?
like and the people would just lick the cards. I mean, people, you know how creative and awesome and awful people are.
Yeah, you could think of anything. I told you about
Yeah.
my friend who would sew it into her husband's boxers.
No, but how did he get the boxers in there?
They were in a different they're in Kentucky, which is a commonwealth, and they were allowed to send it was a county prison. It was like a not a county prison, but it was a county jail, but it was long term, like years. It was like prison.
But it was a
And
jail.
yeah, but it was a county jail. Um the families could send boxes in, and she would buy her husband boxers and rip the seams out of the waistband
Oh.
and sew them back in the waistband.
Well, now I never got a box because I was never there that long, but in the minimum security, you could get boxes sent in. You could have jewelry sent in,
What? There's
and
another Stephanie Green, Lottie? Is there really? I'm not in her chat.
is that a troll, Stephanie Green in Mama Bear's chat? Oh my God. Why would somebody make a troll account of you? I'm going to go look.
I have made it, y'all. I have my own troll account
There
now.
you go. You're big in the world.
No, I am not in her chat. I'm in this chat. I have a phone. I can't
Well,
do anything else.
I'm sure she's going to take this chat down, but
But she has Stephanie Green blocked, so it's probably
she has
spelled wrong.
everybody blocked.
Oh, it is spelled wrong. Yeah,
Okay,
that
I'm
ain't
back.
me, y'all. Diane, I've made it in the YouTube world. There's a Stephanie Green troll account in Mama Bear's chat.
Are you kidding?
That's what they said, but Green's spelled wrong. It doesn't have an E on the end.
Well, now you're the original.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Stephanie
change
Green.
my name.
So we know who you are.
That's hilarious. What is this Stephanie Green spelled wrong saying in Mama Bear?
I'm trying to look. I don't see her.
They probably
What
already
is she
blocked her.
talking? What is that woman talking about?
Gays and getting set straight.
Did she actually say Yaba's name? I mean, did she
I
really?
don't know. I mean, I haven't been over here, so I don't know. I'm
She
hoping
better
she
not
doesn't take it
have.
down.
She's horrible, ma'am.
She is getting worse and worse and more bitter and more mean and more ugly. I'm sorry, but she is. And then she puts on a little makeup and has the nerve to sit there and say, "Don't I look good?" Honey,
Well,
no.
you know, it wouldn't matter. Here's the thing about beauty. You can be extraordinarily beautiful on the outside, but if your soul is ugly, that beauty is just no one's going to ever see that beauty. And I do believe when people say beauty is skin deep and all that, it is true. You
Yeah.
can have the most lovely women, and they can be so horrible that you just don't see the beauty anymore because all you hear is the shit that they're spewing out of their
Mm-hmm.
mouth.
Yeah. Because, I mean, honestly, if I saw Trisha without ever hearing a word out of her mouth, I might think she was somewhat attractive, but I just see her as like
Absolutely.
dirt.
Absolutely, you're right. I know some women that are that they're very attractive, but they're so nasty that I don't see. I can't see their beauty anymore. And there are women, and listen, there are men and women that are media. They're not goddesses or anything like that, but because they're so nice and
Mm-hmm.
so kind,
Mm-hmm.
and the same thing with a man. When I first met my husband, the very first time I laid eyes on him in person, my knees didn't get weak and go, oh, I went to go to myself, oh
Where
my
did you
God.
meet him? How did you meet him?
Well, I met him online. I met him
Wow.
online in a chat room on AOL.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's amazing.
She's
Yes.
talking about me right now.
And
I love it.
I found, and I was new to it, and I was just getting on there looking around chat rooms, and I went into this chat room called Classy Handsome Men, and
And that's what your husband is
Classy.
a classy, handsome man.
I'd like a poshy man,
men,
please.
and he was
Just order him up.
and he was in there, and I was just looking at different people's profiles, and his was called Seeking Unique Woman. So
Oh.
I just read his profile, and he lived out of state. He didn't live in New York. He was in Pennsylvania. So I said, well, he's far away. He's safe to talk to. So I typed into his instant message. I just said, how unique are we talking? And
I
that's how we
love it.
started talking. And not long after that, then we started emailing, and then he started
That's
calling me,
beautiful.
and then we met. It wasn't long.
Oh,
I think,
I love it.
yeah, I think it was like
Sounds
a
like the
month.
perfect pair.
Yeah, about a
How long
month
have you been together?
since 2003. I
Oh
met
my
him.
gosh, I love it. Well, Marla already knows this story, but this is a pretty amazing story too. John and I got together right before I went away, and he didn't
Yeah,
know
this
I
is an
was on.
awesome story.
He did not know I was on drugs. He didn't know. Like I lived a double life. Nobody knew. I mean, until I got in trouble, nobody knew. And
Same.
so we had just got together, and then I left 14 days later and got sentenced to prison.
14 days later, y'all. 14
Yep.
days. It was
Wow.
my long-term relationship.
So I went to prison, didn't talk to him for that whole 2 years. I did not even speak to him. I came home January 14th. I saw him on January 21st. He came and saw me. We were inseparable, and I moved in with him on February 14th, and we've been together ever since, and that was 10 years ago.
So did he ask you what happened? Why after 14 days or whatever
Well,
that you vanished?
this is funny. I mean, in our small town, people bowl on a bowling league. And I was on a bowling league with my mom, and he was on a bowling league with his mom. And so my mom kept in contact with him, and he knew the story. My mom told him what happened. My mom had to tell him. She went to prison.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
But he was there waiting on me when I got back. I mean, I'm sure he had girlfriends while I was gone. I'm not naive and dumb and thinks he really waited on me for 2 years. But he was there and waiting when I came home. And we've been together
Wow.
ever since, and that was 10 years
That's
ago.
sweet.
So
He's
he
amazing.
liked you. He knew that he liked you in that short time that you were together. He said, "Wow, this is the woman for me."
Yep.
So yeah, so maybe yeah, listen, he's a man. He probably did go out with other women, but he knew that you were going to come home at some point, and he wanted to be with you again. I think that
Yep.
is like an awesome story. That's
I know. It's like my own little fairy tale. It
yes,
really
it
is.
is. It's like a
I
fairy
love
tale.
him. I love him.
So that is so sweet.
He is wonderful, and you are. I just love you both. Stephanie's such a good girl, and she had a
Thanks.
hard come of it, but at least she got it done over with. She did about the same time I did, but I had to go back and forth, which was torture. She got it.
Yeah, I
She
had it
went
all done.
hard. She went real hard, and then she did her time and got it over with.
Yep. 2 years and 1 day.
I think and what I wanted to say about when I met my the first time I met him, I was actually late. What happened was it was pouring rain. I mean, pouring. And I was like, oh, it's pouring. I can't believe it. I'm all ready to go. And I said, I don't want to get wet. We met in May and it was warm out, but it was pouring. So I had to get valet parking because I was not going to get wet, but I was late. And
Posse.
he was almost going to leave because he had gotten a room because he lives in Pennsylvania. And I told him, go to the Marriott because that's the nicest hotel, that was nearby. And he was almost ready to leave, but I walk in and I see this 6'2" guy standing there with purple flowers for me.
Aww.
Aww.
But
And he's so handsome, and she's so good looking. Next, they just make the perfect
I
pair.
agree. I think you guys look like you just go together.
yeah, and when I first saw him, I have to say it wasn't until I, started talking to him and we spent more time together. The first glimpse of him, I didn't, like I said, I didn't like my knees didn't
Mm-hmm.
get weak. It wasn't until, I told you this last week that, when the first time I kissed him, and then of course when we had sex, I knew that he was the guy that I wanted to have sex with for the rest of my life.
Well, there
Aw,
you
same
go.
though. That's how I feel about John.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, and I always say, I don't know if this is true, but they say your first love is about love, your second one about money, and the third one about friendship, or maybe it's all three the different way, but you kind of marry for different reasons. And after you've been married once, you probably,
Yeah.
have different, because your
I knew what
first
I didn't
marriage
want.
was,
My first marriage I was very young, and I think I was more into the idea of being in love.
Same.
yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, and when I started getting a little older and I wanted to start my career and things like that, he just wanted a wife to pick up after him. He didn't want me having a career. He said to me one time, which was so stupid. He said, "Can't you have a normal job?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Well, be home at 5." And I said, "I can't be home at 5. My job requires me to be here till 7 sometimes. I don't." He just didn't want to be into the goals that I had. When I met this man, he had goals, I had goals, and that's what you really have to look for.
Yes, that's
You
beautiful.
yeah,
Somebody who lets you be you and wants you to be a bigger version of yourself.
Right,
right,
exactly.
exactly. No holding back because, and really, I've seen some of my friends be stuck in marriages because they can't get out financially or for whatever reason, and I feel
Yeah,
so
for
bad for
sure.
them.
I
I
think
feel
financially it's the biggest part,
right,
or kids, financially or kids is usually the two
right,
big
Kids,
things.
yep.
exactly,
They don't want to hurt the kids.
right. And when I first met my husband, my now husband, I never asked him things like maybe other women would ask, well, what do you do for a living and how much money do you make and blah, blah, blah. I didn't, because I didn't care. He told me he was in banking. And for all I knew, in my head, he could have been a teller. I didn't care because
Right.
I
Right.
wasn't looking for, I wasn't gold digging someone.
Yeah.
So
That's
when
funny.
so when he started telling me things like, he was trying to share with me information about himself without bragging or whatever, I was trying to act very calm and not saying, "Oh, really?" And then thinking dollar signs in my head. I was trying to be very, "Oh, really?"
Oh,
But listen, there's nothing wrong with, loving a man, falling in love with a man who has money. I mean, there's just nothing wrong with it. But I would have loved him even if he didn't have any money. I would have lived in a one-room apartment with him because that's how much I wanted to be with him,
Oh.
opposed to how much I wanted to get away from my first husband.
that's funny that
Oh.
you say that because when I first met John, I didn't know where he worked, and I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know anything about like what he does, and he told me he worked in maintenance. Well, at the time, I worked at Walmart, and maintenance was like cleaning the toilets. You know what I mean, like a janitor. And he worked at a plant, and I'm thinking, oh, he's like a janitor at a plant. Okay, I mean, but it didn't matter to me. I didn't care. Well, it turns out he's a mechanic. He's like a welder.
Right.
He it's much better than a janitor. But I didn't care. I mean, I fell in love with him thinking he was a janitor.
Exactly. And I, like I said, when he said banking, he could have been a teller. I didn't
Right.
care. I really didn't care. I wasn't like, I know that a lot of women, when women get to a certain age, like I was talking to Wendy about this, when you're, you have a career and you're a certain age and you're going to meet someone and you're looking to marry someone, you have to take in consideration that you worked hard for your career, you have things, and if you're going to marry someone, you have to make sure that you don't have to carry his ass. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Carry his ass. Exactly right.
So you do have to look, and it's funny because I wasn't thinking about that, because I did have a career. I was in the staffing industry for like 20 years, and here I am thinking that I make really good money. And then I find out what he makes, and I'm like, okay, but what if he was a teller? I would have to make sure that, if he was one of those people that didn't work all the time or lost his job all the time, I did not want to be in a position where I have to carry someone's ass. And you do have to be careful for that when you reach a certain age. You don't want to have things drained out of your bank account or things that you worked hard for. So you do have to be careful.
Yes. And I didn't even think about stuff like I didn't grow up wealthy. I mean, we weren't poor, but we were just, whatever, comfortable. We had what we
Right.
needed. So
Right.
I've never been materialistic ever. My husband, on the other hand, is very materialistic. Like he has to have the best of everything, and I'm just not like that. And I didn't think I'm like screaming and I'm outside and my neighbors are probably wondering what I'm screaming about. Um, sorry. I just realized I was echoing off the neighbor's house. Um, what was I even saying?
You were talking about, oh my gosh.
Sorry, I was echoing.
No,
Be
that's,
materialistic.
yeah, being materialistic, that your
Yeah,
husband is
so
very,
when I thought about what I thought he did, and I didn't have a good job. I was just coming home. You know what I mean? I didn't have anything. I didn't think about, oh gosh, how are we going to provide for ourselves? But it all worked out. I didn't have to worry about it. You know what I mean?
well, look, uh, when I first got married, the first time I was very young, I was still going to college. My father did not want me, he had my life planned out. He said, I'm going to go to college. He wanted me to work on Wall Street. He was a broker. He had my life planned for me, and he didn't want me to get married till I was 26. I went against him. He said to me, well, if you're going to get married, you have to, at least finish college. You've got to do that. So, I did that, but I was still married. very young, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. A few months into my marriage, I already knew that I made a mistake, but
Yeah.
because I
That
didn't,
feeling.
yeah, I knew that this was not going to work. I didn't have the feelings like people asked me, like people would say to me, "How come you never had children?" Well, I was married to my first husband for a long time, and I never had the desire to have children with him. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right.
If I
Mhm.
could have had children with this man, I would have done it in a second.
Oh, wow.
1 second. But I was, that wasn't going to happen.
And see, people ask me that question too. And my friend, we were together like 8 years, so it was like we were married. But we had animals, and I didn't even know that I had this issue with my feet going on.
Right.
But my girlfriends that came over last night, we were just talking about stuff, and that I found out that this disease I have is hereditary. And I just said out loud, I'm so glad I never had children, because to think that I would ever put another person through what I've been through would devastate me. And it's like almost like God was like, see, this is why I never let you get pregnant, or this is why it never worked for you, because maybe that's the reason why. And honestly, I couldn't. My mom has a little bit of what I have, but not to the extreme. And I see the pain she sees and see me suffer, and I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine putting somebody else through what I've been through. So I'm glad I didn't have biological children.
Aw.
Even though I would have been a great mom, I don't doubt that for a second. I'm like built to be a mother in every aspect. I have patience. I don't mind chaos. Like I'm good with all that, but it just obviously wasn't meant to be.
Well, yeah, I regret. Part of me does regret not having children because I did always have children around me. I had godchildren and my friends' children, and I do regret it in some ways because I think about, and I think I've said this before, that my sister is gone now, my father is gone, and when my mother is gone, I said, I'm going to be an orphan. I will, that's
Aw.
I don't have any children. I'll never have grandchildren. And that was something that I always thought would be a part of my life because that's the family. I had a huge extended family. I had so many aunts and uncles and cousins
Yeah.
and second cousins that I thought that would be my life. But
And your husband has no children?
no. And he only has one sister, and she has a daughter. So
Did he ever want kids, Diane?
You know what? No. And it's not that he didn't. He loves kids. He loves kids. He's fantastic with kids. We had friends who had babies. He would spend time with little, he would just spend so much time with them, playing with them, all that. He loves them, but he never even thought that he would ever get married. He wanted to be free. Not that he didn't want to love someone, be with someone, love children. He just thought that
Don't want to be tied down.
yeah, he just always thought he would be single. That's just the way he was. And when he was younger, I mean, way before I met him, I mean, he had a lot of girlfriends. He had tons of girlfriends. Oh my God. I don't even want to tell you how many girlfriends he had, but
Oh gosh.
Well, that's why he was so good in bed.
yeah. So he did have a lot of girlfriends, but he had a lot of girlfriends that he was in. He had like relationships that he would not go over 3 years with them because if he did, then they would be itching to get married.
Yeah.
And then, so he would put a limit on the years that he went out with someone. And, and of course there were probably women that wanted to marry him. I don't doubt that for a second.
Yeah, he was a catch.
Yeah, he was a catch. Absolutely. So, but he did end up.
And you the little bitch that got him to settle down, huh?
Yeah, I'm the little bitch that got
I
him.
love it.
And that's
I
a
love
great
her
love story. I think that's beautiful.
And I'm
as many times as I want to have children, or as many times that I think I can't get out of bed, I would hate to think that somebody was needing me and I just can't get. So it's almost like a 50-50 or maybe a 60-40 thing that I just think. I thank God that I don't, especially when I was locked up and thinking about all these mothers bawling their eyes out, their kids were home without them. And I'm thinking, oh, thank God I don't have kids, you know? So,
Poshy
I
the
don't
ball
know.
and chain. Jen just called me Poshy the ball and chain.
There you go.
No, and it's funny because I'm not like that. I am not.
Well, that's why he committed to you, because you're not like that.
Yeah, I'm not possessive. I didn't like even when we were just dating and I was still living in New York. He would come every weekend to spend the weekend with me, and if then something came up where he couldn't come, one weekend because he wanted to do something or go somewhere, I never said to him, "Oh no, you have to come and see me. It's my weekend." I never did that to him. I would say, "Okay, well, do what you got to do." If he got sick, I would say to him, "Oh no, I don't want you to come if you're sick,"
Yeah.
because
So
he
you felt safe.
generous. He was so generous with me. I mean, he drove all the way to New York one time because it was my weekend in a snowstorm. I mean, it was a literal snowstorm. He didn't care.
Oh,
Drove to see me.
Aww.
But I was never possessive over him. I'm just not like that.
Aww. I want to have you both
very
over for
different.
dinner. You all are so precious. I love you both. You're
I
both
know. I wish we all lived closer
generous.
together.
I know.
There's so many, so many wonderful women that I've gotten to meet on here, and
Me too.
but it's not that it's impossible. It's not that it's impossible for us to ever get a chance to meet. I
Well,
think.
I'm serious. I think May is our month. I want you to fly down here, and so
Oh, I can. I would
you and
love
Wendy.
that. I want to get Wendy over to the East Coast.
Yes, I mean I love California, but the East Coast is. Maybe we can come. We can meet here and then go out to the East Coast, or
Yeah,
vice versa.
I mean, she wants to, she wants to come, and she, said, "I want you to bring me, a celebrity stalking." She hasn't done it in a while, but I can get right back on that, bicycle and do it all over again.
They
But
said Donald Trump is in Mama Bear's stream. Oh Lord.
ah,
Well, I hope I didn't say anything too
no, you did,
inflammatory or
you did.
make you think less or more of me. I don't care if you do.
No, no, I would never think less of you for something a story that you share that happened, in your real life
This
or
is real life.
This is
it's
real life. Well, I'm glad, Stephanie, if you were, that was just a weird coincidence that you happened to be on here, because I would have been up here by myself with people being like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a whole
It's
nother
just
world.
a whole nother world. And then that world spills out into your real world. And sometimes, I don't know, it's just but I don't feel any less for it. I feel better
I don't
for
either.
it.
Me too. Me
No,
too.
and
It
it's
saved my
part of your
life.
life. It's part of your life. It's part of your life story. Why?
Definitely makes me look at people differently that I maybe had a prejudgment on.
Right.
Well, I can guarantee you,
Always a good thing.
if I hadn't went where I went, I would be dead now. I mean, I would have overdosed and been
Yeah,
dead.
me too. Me too. I almost died several times. I mean, it was by the grace of God that I woke up, because our drug of choice, you stop breathing. You just stop breathing, and I did
Yep.
that multiple times.
And I wasn't eating, so I mean, I had no
Right. You
nutrition.
had anorexia, so she had an eating disorder too that she was fighting.
Oh, I didn't even know that, honey. Well, now I wasn't eating, but it wasn't because I was anorexic. I just didn't feel like eating, and I was so and I loved that.
I did too.
That was the part of the drug that I wish I still had. Like
Yeah.
I was probably like a size 4, and I'm like a size 12.
Oh, you're not even big.
Well, I'm not saying no. I'm not 350 pounds.
I was just getting ready to say
I
that.
was just
I'm
thinking
just
of the
saying
same
I've got a
thing.
closet
My
full of
God.
clothes that, I bought during that period of time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just makes you feel like I would like to be somewhere in between. Let's put it that way. But I just never was hungry. I never was hungry, and I don't know how I even lived.
I don't either. I lived on Mountain Dew and cigarettes.
I would eat like, I don't know, maybe 200 or 300 calories a day. I never honestly felt hungry.
Well, if you get a chance, Marla, actually, Stephanie was on my very first panel with Randy and B
About
about
anorexia? Oh,
yeah,
I didn't
about
know
eating
that,
disorders.
Stephanie.
The very first one.
Oh, God
Yeah.
bless you, honey. Are you dealing with that okay today, or is that still a little bit in your mind?
Oh, it'll always be there. Yeah. Like I mean, I'm little. I'm not big. I only weigh about 105 pounds, but
Mm-hmm.
it's because I keep it that way. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't starve myself. I eat. I love food, and I don't puke. I was never a puker,
Yeah.
but I am conscious of my weight. I guess you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't drink diet pop and exercise like a freak or anything like that, but I am. I don't ever want to get fat, and I know that
Well,
sounds
I'm
terrible.
conscious of my weight, and I don't want to get fat, but I still end up doing it because this medication I take just makes me that way. But I don't. The pain I'm in is so extensive that it's either like, okay, here's my options: die, be skinny, be
Exactly.
fat. Like which are the options am I going to choose? And right now, I'm choosing not be on drugs and be a little overweight, so that I'm not in constant pain.
Great, and
I think you're beautiful.
yeah, and
Well,
you are
thank you,
beautiful. You
honey.
need to stay, you need to be healthy, and you
Yeah.
are healthy. As you know, I mean,
I'm okay.
yeah,
I would like to lose weight, but I'm just doing the best I can. I joined a gym. I'm doing the best I can. But when dumbass Mama Bear says I'm a heavy set woman and weigh
That's
310,
crazy.
it doesn't really help. I already
I
had those
know.
insecurities. Don't.
well, oh, but listening to her, please, listening to her. Oh my God,
Nothing she says is
yeah,
factual.
everything she says is ridiculous.
She's so mean. But,
She is mean.
well, we love you, Diane. Thank you for having everybody. I know
I
you
know
probably
this was
want to
so
sleep.
fun.
Yes, it was fun, and
And
I
John's
know
on
that.
midnights for like I think 9 weeks. So I've got like 9 Fridays that there's nobody here except the kids and they don't care what I'm doing.
Oh well, that's
Oh,
good.
that's
Listen,
awesome.
next Friday, we are going to have a special because Wendy's birthday is May 5th, Cinco de
Ooh,
Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a little birthday celebration for Wendy the next stream, next Friday.
Oh.
And we're just gonna talk about, some other things. I'm sure some things will pop up during the week. I'm
I'm
gonna
sure.
share another story that's gonna, make you say, and I just want you to know that all the stories that I do tell are 100% true. In fact,
Oh, I just think every time I get to talk to you, Diane, on the phone or in a live stream, I just fall more in love.
Oh no.
did she drop out?
I think we lost her.
Oh no.
It sounded like her phone died or something.
Oh no.
Oh.
We lost her. Oh well. Yeah, so I know this is going to sound crazy, but I am going to call my old doctor. You're back. She's back.
Oh, Marla, good.
Oh, yeah, I was telling you I love you.
And I love
Did you
you.
hear
And
that?
what I'm going to do is I want to tell a story that, and because I feel like sometimes people don't really believe the stories, and I'm telling the crazy shit that I've done, and this story that I'm going to tell, I think that if I didn't have my old doctor, if I didn't get in touch with him and ask him to actually come on panel with me,
Your old doctor is coming on panel?
yeah, a gynecologist.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my goodness.
And I need him on here because the story that I'm going to tell, no one is going to believe, and he has to be here to
Oh my
say
God,
what
Diane.
really happened.
Oh, I
Diane, you
can't
never did
wait.
tell us. You never did tell us about anal sex, Diane.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Well,
We talked about it last week,
We
and I was
talked about
about
it
to
a
get
little
into it tonight, but it seemed like it was tapering down. So I can bring it up again next week if we
Yeah,
need.
we'll talk about that for Wendy's birthday because I'm sure
Well,
she'll
I
be
did.
thrilled.
I mean, I do have a thought, and what it had to tie in with the lesbian.
Okay.
So don't make me forget. But
Oh
it's
no,
tied into it.
forget. I won't let you forget. And listen, if here's the thing. This doctor that I haven't spoken to him again, but I'm pretty sure he'll come on. He was a young doctor, and he was like new to the practice that I was going to at the time. And he was young, and I had to stop seeing him because he was young and I felt uncomfortable for reasons that I don't really want to even share with him.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I know, that's exciting.
So now it's years and years later, but the story that I'm going to tell, if I told it without having a witness, I don't think anyone would believe me.
Well, I would believe you, but I'm glad we have a witness.
Yeah.
That's funny. I
It's
can't wait.
hysterical. It's going to be an hysterical story, but I'm telling you that everything that I've ever told is always the truth. And I want, I don't want
know.
people to think that I was just
I
making up
believe
my
everything
story.
you say.
I mean,
I've heard, I know Marla can attest to this. I have seen so much crap. I believe everything you say because I know crazy stuff happens. The world is
Yeah.
a crazy place.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk to him, and I'm going to ask him if he'll come on. And because the things that he said to me when this was going on, the stuff that happened, how crazy it was, let me just put it this way. I made history.
Oh,
I love it.
I made
I love
history at some place, and I'll tell you all. I mean, literally
Oh my
history.
gosh. Can it be next Friday? This
Do
is
you
too
have two
much.
vaginas?
No, no, it has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with my body. It's something that I did
Oh my
that
gosh.
most people probably never would do. But I made history. Let me
I'm
just say,
dying.
Okay.
yeah, I made
Okay.
history.
I can't wait. I can't
You're going to
wait.
make us
I
wait a
love
whole
you
7 days.
guys. Stephanie, you are an angel for being on here tonight. And you're
Oh,
so,
thanks.
I love
This has been fun.
Stephanie.
and
I
she
know. I love you guys
darling.
too.
She's
Well, thank you
beautiful.
for
Not only is she,
Yep.
lovely, a lovely
Yep.
woman in her heart. She's gorgeous.
Oh,
Well, and she's
thanks.
deep of character. Deep of
Thank you.
character.
Yes.
I have met some of my best friends. Like, I talk to you guys more than I talk to my real friends. I'm not sure if that's like a good thing or a bad thing.
No,
But
it's
like
just
when
a
my
more
dad,
daily thing. It's just a more daily thing.
when my dad got his kidney a couple weeks ago, like I told you all
Yes.
before I told my real friend, like real people.
And how is he doing? By
Oh,
the
he's
way?
doing amazing. He's doing great. He was mowing the yard today.
Oh, great. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah, he's doing amazing.
That's
Are we
great.
there? Oh, I thought I
Yeah.
lost you.
No, we're here. That is so wonderful. I'm so
But
happy.
yes, I have just met the best people on here, and I never even. I mean, I just got on YouTube to watch makeup videos, and look where it led me.
Lacey said, "Poshy puss." No, it was.
I know. I saw that.
That's funny. No, he was a gynecologist. He was my gynecologist, and then I couldn't see him anymore. But then I needed to contact him again for a real serious reason, and then he, was my doctor, and then I pulled some crazy antics. That's all I could say. It'll be hysterical, and hopefully he'll come on to say, yeah, he was. Let me just say that he couldn't wait for me to be gone. That's all I'm going to say.
I love it. I can't wait.
Yeah, I drove him crazy. Did we lose Marla again?
I think we did. I heard the little dingling sound.
Okay, yeah, we did.
I gotta go to bed anyway. John's gonna be home in 2 hours. I'm still gonna be up on the phone.
All right, so listen, everybody in the chat, thank you for coming. I'm so sorry that Mama Bear is was distracting everyone and doing her thing. Is she still online? That crazy woman.
I honestly don't even pay attention to her. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no clue if she's still online. I can't watch her anymore. She's,
But
she's
she better leave Yabba out of her mouth because
yeah. Well,
that
Dr.
pisses me off.
Dr. Koala is recording it. So if she did, Yab is not going to be happy. But I want to again thank everyone in the chat. I love you all. We have such a great time. And thank you so much, Stephanie and Marla, for coming on panel, and Randy and B. And Wendy was so tired. She had no sleep and she still came on. She's a trooper. But I love you all. And I guess we'll see you all next week for the birthday party for our
That's
wonderful.
exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll think of some things to do, and maybe we'll roast her. I don't know.
No, we can't roast her.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know.
All right,
All
so
right, babe.
I love you, Stephanie, Marla. I love you. I love you all in the chat. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much, by the way, for having my back. Yesterday, and being
Always.
there for me. I really, really, really appreciate it so much.
Always. That's what we do. We stick together.
Yep. And I would do it for any one of you. So just know that. Okay.
Same.
All
Night,
right.
Diane. Love you.
Good night. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye, chat.
Oh no, I'm frozen. Please tell me I can never sign off. See? Okay, guys. This time I'm really signing off. I swear to God, this happens to me all the time. I'm such a jerk. Every time I try to sign off, my hangouts freeze. So, okay, this time it really is good night. I hope.